All right. So, ladies, so welcome to this very, very special session. My name is Tracy Walker, and this is our Power Panel special exclusive, right? And we probably have a few more people that will be jumping on at some point throughout the evening. And just to give you guys a heads up, like, kind of the time, just I'll probably say about 90 minutes. Okay. It might be a little bit longer, but I promise it won't be boring stuff. You won't be falling asleep. All right. It'll be new information and we'll go through it. Judy could tell you that. And literally it'll be 10 o'clock and we'll be like, what? It's only 10 o'clock. So I just kind of want to set an expectation kind of where you are, where you can mentally prepare yourself for that. So if you need to get up and get water, do whatever around, feel free to do that. But I'm super excited to kind of share this information with you. And I've put a little order to this because this is different for me. It's different taking a group of people where everybody knows nothing about it, right? And introducing you to it from that standpoint. Sometimes I'm doing this and people know a little bit about it, right? So I've kind of put a little agenda together to keep me on track in terms of what we're doing and moving on. And while you're here, I mean, we had the Power Panel event on Sunday, and so many stories, and so many of you inspired me with the things that you shared about your life and your background and everything like that. And, you know, one of the biggest things about me, even prior to meeting you ladies, and Judy could tell you, is that, you know, my mission for a long time, several years, I mean, probably the last 7-8 years, has really been financial freedom, right? Showing people how to achieve financial freedom. And we've done different things to get us there. And there's, of course, different vehicles to do it, right? And no way am I saying this is the only vehicle, but what I am saying is that this is the vehicle that has created the most wealth in the world that nobody even knew about. And that in itself, that little secret in itself is, I don't like things to be secrets, right? And everybody's getting rich from it, and we didn't even know nothing about it. And then they make it open for us, and we still act like we don't want to know nothing about it, right? To me, that is kind of crazy. So my mission is really to share this information with as many people as who would be willing to listen, right? Men, women, children, because it's something that the wealthy teach their kids very early on, and they grow up understanding certain principles and certain skills financially and things that our kids, generally including me, didn't grow up even hearing or knowing about, or even being in the realm of paying attention to any of it. And so, you know, I made a vow that my son would be different. And hopefully this gives you an opportunity to, right now, this moment, make a shift for you. You become different. And then the people that are associated with you, children, grandchildren, whatever, husbands, spouses, all of that, significant others, it can become a catalyst of change for them as well. All right. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm just going to bring up my screen for just a second. And wait, hold on one second. I'm going to bring up my screen. And as you guys will remember, I talked about this a little bit at the event, but I'm going to talk about it just a little bit more this time. Hold on. A little bit more this time, with maybe just a little bit more detail, and then you guys can actually see the visual behind it. Remember, I talked to you about the visual, right? And we know we talked about with Robert Kiyosaki. So this gives you a visual of what I was saying, right? And I want you guys to fully understand the importance of what we're doing. And this is, like I said, from Robert Kiyosaki, and everybody there knew who Robert Kiyosaki was, right? So I don't have to go over that with his credibility, but in this book, he talks about the 4 different ways that we make money. And you can see these 4 quadrants. He usually gives them an initial, like the E quadrant. You can see it up there to the top left where it says, right in front of the word cash, right? It's ESBI. And if ever you see that, that's the cash flow quadrant. And it just is a reminder, a little visual reminder to let you know that these are the 4 different ways, one being employees. And as employees, this is where we are just exchanging our time for money. And I've never had a problem with people having a job. I've just had a problem with people only having a job. That's the problem. It's just only having the job that kind of puts everything behind the 8 ball, because you're exchanging the time for money. If you can't work, you don't eat, and you only have one income, one source of income, which is your employer, right? If your employer stops paying, then you really have nothing. We got 60% of the world hanging out here, right? 60% of the world is in this quadrant. Then we've got the self-employed quadrant. Self-employed quadrant is where a lot of people shift, including me. You shift out of working for someone and you start working for yourself. And many of you are that way. You have your own businesses, you have your own projects, you have your own ideas, you have your own initiatives, and you're working really, really hard in those things. And that's the challenge with being self-employed, is that you're usually doing something that you love to do. And many times you actually make money doing it. It's not about the money, but you don't have any time. Like, you're literally running around all the time, getting everything done. You are the head honcho. Everything rises and falls on you because we don't have the leverage or the capital to outsource every single aspect. So it really falls on us and it becomes our baby. And 35% of the people are here. So now we have people that are employees that really don't have enough money. Then we have people that are self-employed that don't really have enough time. Okay, both of which we want more of. Right? The ideal scenario is to have more money and more time, right? That's what we want. So you got 95% of the people that are lacking one or the other, all right? Then on the other side of the chart, in other words, the right side of money, Robert Kiyosaki says, well, you got to figure out how to get over here, right? You got to figure out how to get over here. And there's multiple different ways, but you got to understand that next quadrant is business owner. And business owner is different than self-employed. Self-employed is, you're the business owner, but it's more of a small scale and everything really just depends on you. But business owner is really about the leverage. It's about the systems. It's about the assets. And that's why you guys heard me talk about the franchises, because that's kind of the best example that you can give, because someone, they put all that money up on the table, but what are they really buying? They're really buying a system that works. You buy a McDonald's, it's not about how great the food is. As self-employed people, we're so concerned with the efficiency and the quality of our products, right? And so we put a lot of time and energy into that. In business, they don't care, right? I mean, it's like good enough to get out there. And if people are willing to buy it, they'll sell it for top dollar that they can for whatever the market will bear. So they don't care about the quality. They care about the mass appeal, and they're able to leverage it and have assets and have systems and have people working for them. 4% are there. Then we've got the investor quadrant, and the investor quadrant is where we all are as of today, right? Today, you are an investor, okay? And the reason you have to be an investor is because the only way that you are going to be able to build anything significant or substantial is by you taking the money that you do earn, whether it's through your job, whether it's through your business, taking a percentage or a portion of that money, and you've got to start putting that money to work. If you don't put a little bit of that money to work, you will always work the rest of the days of your life. I believe it was Robert Kiyosaki that said, if you don't find a way to make money, to have money working for you 24/7, you will always have to work for it seemingly 24/7. All right. And none of us want that. All right. So we've got 1% of the population that is in the investor quadrant, and that's where we're going to shift everybody. Okay. And the way that we're going to do it is through what we call Forex, the foreign exchange market. Now, the foreign exchange market is the largest financial market in the world. This is stuff, guys, that you can go on Google, you can look it up. It's not a joke. It is the largest financial market in the world. The reason we didn't know that it was the largest financial market in the world is because it wasn't available to us prior to 8 to 10 years ago. It wasn't, unless, like I told you guys before, you had a net worth of $3 million and you had $100,000 cash to start your investment account with, and you had about 50, 60,000 to go and have somebody like Robert Kiyosaki teach you how to do it. All right. Now, most of us didn't come up in an environment where we could just go to mom or dad and borrow their $3 million balance sheet, right? Or just get $100,000 and go do something with it. We didn't. So it wasn't a part of our language. It wasn't on our TV shows. There's no commercials for it. There's no billboards in our neighborhoods about it. And there's nothing for us to really understand that it even exists, except for the fact that now they've opened it. Right? They've opened it. And now that they've opened it, they've given regular people an opportunity. Now, there's benefit to the brokers too, right? And the market. Why? Because if they open up a market to a bunch of ignorant people that know nothing about this, then the chances that people are going to learn it is slim, and people will throw their money away. And what happens? The brokers get to keep all of the money from the people who don't know what they're doing, who are gambling or who are just trying to guess, right? And just trying to get rich quick. That's what happens. So there's a lot of money that they make now that they didn't make before, just off of people's lack of education of what to do. Okay. So it's beneficial to them. What makes it beneficial to us is that now we don't need $100,000 to start. We could start with $10, as I shared with you. Almost every single broker will let you open up a Fund Your Live account with $10. All right. And this is essentially where we are exchanging one currency for another. So if you've ever been to a different country, or you've thought about going to another country, you know that when you get there, you're going to have to use the currency of that country. You're not really going to be able to use the US dollar where we are. I mean, Judy is in Australia. So when you get to Australia, you have to use the Australian dollar, right? You can't use the US dollar. So if I were to catch a flight from here over to Perth, Australia, then I've got to go to a currency exchange. I've got to turn in my US dollars, and they're going to give me a certain amount of equal value, so to speak, of the Australian dollar, right? And it's either going to be worth more or less than my US dollar. At that point of an exchange where I'm giving them my US dollar and they're giving me the Australian dollar, money's being made. Somebody just made money on that transaction. All right. And that's the way it used to have to be done. You had to travel and go and do this stuff. But now we don't have to go to Australia to exchange our dollar and make money on that sale or that exchange. We could actually just do it right from our phones. We could do it right from our tablets. We could do it right from our computers, because the market has opened itself up where now we can trade the currency over the Wi-Fi connection, over the internet connection. Okay. And the platforms are built that way. The market is 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So the market opens up on Sunday nights at 5 p.m. Eastern, and it stays open 24 hours all the way through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then on Friday, it closes at 5 p.m. Eastern. And so then the market stays closed all of Saturday, and then it opens back up on Sunday night, right? So that's kind of how it works. So most people are trading. Usually Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays are like your best days to trade. Like rule of thumb, some of your best days to trade on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's a $5.3 trillion per day industry. And what's important to know is that this is where all of the banks, all of the hedge funds, our governments, and people like us, we would be considered retail traders, right? We're the retail market. We're the ones, along with the other entities, that make up the foreign exchange market. But the bulk of the money is made through the banks and the hedge funds. Why? Because all of us give them our money, and now they have all of our money collectively to go play with, right? That's how they do it, because they don't have any money. They wouldn't have any unless we give it to them. So they take our money and they actually go out into the foreign exchange market every day. Here in the United States, our banks open at like 8 in the morning. You guys know this, right? Like little simple stuff. Our banks open at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, what happens is, when that bank opens up at 8 o'clock in the morning, a lot of times they wait. It might be around 8, might be around 9. But what they do is they have something called a bank sweep. Sometimes, well, usually around 10 or 11. They call it a bank sweep. And what they do with the bank sweep is they actually take all the money that belongs to us, right? They sweep it out and they go and they play with it in the foreign exchange market, right? And then they go and they make 20%, 30%, 40% on the money for the day. And then they put all the money back in our accounts and they give us jack for it. We just help them make money. We were in that, right? If you ever did a real estate deal, right? And you were going to borrow money to do a real estate deal, you have to pay the investor, the person that gives you the money, you have to pay them for the use of their money. The banks don't pay us for the use of our money. So outright, it's like we're okay with letting them get rich off of us and then give us 1%. If you're lucky, it's usually less than 1% for the whole entire year. And they've made 20 and 30% for 365 days straight, right? So it's highway robbery, number one, okay? Number two, when we open up our accounts, we agree to it. Nobody reads the contract at the bank, right? Nobody. You just sign the paperwork and you open up your account. right? We agree to it. And it's time that we just know that there's other options. That's it. If you still want to give your money to the bank, you can still do that. But now you know what's happening with it, at the least, right? And now you can have some options on what to do. So what I like to share with people is, you know, and I shared this example with you guys on Sunday. I said, listen, you had a savings account, $100 in the savings account. If the bank is taking out $8 to $10 a month for having the savings account, you're negative by the end of the year. You have zero money by the end of the year, and then they're going to charge you a fee for being negative in their own account. After the only reason you're negative is because of their fees. You didn't use it, you didn't spend it, nothing. You were saving, and now you're broke again at the end of the year. And so this is what happens with people when they don't really fully get, well, wait a minute, what should I be doing? So what I share sometimes is, and I'm not a financial advisor, I can't tell you to do it, but just common sense is like, okay, well, listen, if there were a place where you could put your money that didn't charge you a fee to have it sit, since you're going to have it sitting anyway, you might as well have it sitting with a Forex broker, because a Forex broker doesn't charge you for the money being present. The Forex broker only charges you when you make a transaction, which is fair enough, right? If I make a transaction, okay, you can get your money, you can get your cut. But if I'm not doing anything and it's just sitting, then it should just sit, right? So that's kind of what we're doing. We're showing people how they, even if as you're learning, right, you can take some of your money, put it in a Forex broker account and just leave it there, right? At least you won't have to worry about the money dwindling on you as you're figuring this whole thing out, okay? So that is what the foreign exchange market is, and that is how it works. I went over the participants. You guys see who's in it: the banks, the hedge funds, the retail market, all of our governments, right? The US government, the Australian government, the Japanese government. Why? Because it's their currency. We call these currencies fiat currency, right? So, you know, you have like digital currency, like crypto, like Bitcoin and stuff like that. That's digital currency. But our paper money is called fiat, F-I-A-T, fiat currency. And so all of the major countries have their own fiat currency, and they're the ones that are printing it, making it, or whatever. So obviously they're participants in it as well. Okay. So I'm gonna stop sharing that for a second there. Does that make sense? Just a little bit of foundation, where it comes from, what we're doing, and why we're looking to participate in it and get the bag. Operation, what was it? Operation Get the Bag? Is that what it was, Stacey?
Get the bag.
Operation Get the Bag. Okay. So that's why we're here. Okay. Because we want to get the bag. And with 5.3 shuffling around our face all day long, every single day, there's no shortage of money, right? Mindset wise, I need everybody to understand there is no shortage of money. Okay. There is no, I don't care what's going on in our neighborhoods, what's going on in our streets, what's going on with the people that we know. If you don't have any money, if I don't have any money, if I can't, it don't matter. There is no shortage of money. What we have to get people to do is to understand how to insert themselves into the flow of where the money is. Okay. And it ain't at the job market. So we know this. We know how many generations of that do we need to go through before we just get it and say it ain't there. Okay. So we just got to insert ourselves into this particular stream. All right. So now what I want to do, guys, is I kind of want to open up a chart. All right. And I'm going to share some things with you. Hold on. Let me just pull this up for a second here. And I'm going to, hold on. I'm going to share the screen again. So you can see what the market, when I say the market, what I'm talking about. All right. What I'm talking about. Okay. So now you look at this and it's like, oh my God, what the hell is all of this? Right. Now I'm going to take all these lines and stuff off because I'm looking at it, but I can draw them back another time. But I'm going to start from scratch so that you can see it just blank. You guys see that? It's just blank, right? And this is the market. It's either going up. Y'all see that? It's going sideways or it's going down, right? I mean, the basic principle is that we always want to know whether the market is going up, going down, or sideways, okay? So I want to go over a few concepts with you to help you understand what's going on. So the very first thing is that we have what are called currency symbols, right? Currency symbols. Every country, every major country that has a fiat currency has a currency symbol. So for example, this GBP, right? Every symbol has 3 digits. Okay, every symbol has 3 digits, and when you have like this GBP, that's 3 digits, and you have the USD, that's 3 digits. When you have them together, the two currencies together, is called a currency pair, right? A currency pair. And you have to have a currency pair. Why? Because you're trading something, right? You need 2 people, you need 2 entities to trade something, right? If I'm going to give you an apple and you're going to give me an orange, we need each other to make the exchange. I can't be there just giving apples. I have to give the apple to somebody. Okay, so you have to have 2 currencies, and that's why we call them a pair. Now, the currency symbols, the 3 digits that they're made of, are made up of where the first 2 letters are the abbreviation for the country, and the last letter, the 3rd letter, is the name of the currency. So GBP is Great British Pound, right? Because there's the pound over there, right? USD, United States Dollar. Now see that? Okay, I'm going to come over here for a second, just tap on this one. Don't worry about those drawings. Just look over here. You guys can see this in the top left-hand corner where it says GBP, JPY. See this? Okay, GBP, again, Great British Pound, and JP. What is JP? Somebody, not Judy, somebody besides Judy, unmute yourself and tell me, what do you think JP is?
It's the Japanese yen. There
you go. JP, Japan, Y for yen, right? Okay, let's do this one. What's this currency pair? This was a little trick question on this one, because it's a little tricky.
Is it euro?
It's the euro. That's right. So it's the euro, right? So it's the euro against the what?
US dollar.
You got it. All right. Let's try.
What does FX mean, though, Tracy?
FX right here. Forex.
Oh, Forex. Okay.
Forex. That's all. FX is short for Forex. So if you see FX somewhere, when you're talking about the financial market, that's what it means.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see if I grab another one for you guys. How about this one? What's this currency pair?
So that's the euro Forex and the Australian dollar.
Oh man, y'all can see it right there. I didn't even see y'all can see that. Y'all cheating.
I said, I don't know if she knows that it's right there.
I wasn't paying that thing no attention over there. All right, well then good. So as you can even see that even if you can't remember what it is, it's right there, right? So this is not hard. I promise, it's not hard. Okay, you don't have to memorize them, but as you get going, you'll just know what they are, right? Just because you'll see it so much. So these are the actual currency. You have a currency symbol. Currency symbols have how many letters?
3.
3. And then you need 2 currencies to make a pair, right? And so then how many letters do you have in a currency pair?
6.
You got it. All right. So you got that concept. Any questions on that?
Nope.
Simple. Okay, perfect. Next thing I want you guys to know. See these little numbers up here? This 5M, 15M, 1H, 4HD, all this right here. These are what we call time frames. Okay, so 5 minutes is for a 5-minute chart. And this is a chart that we're looking at, right? So a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, 1 hour. Let me mute. Okay, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, right? It's for the D. Then you can do a weekly chart, a monthly chart. Okay. Now, when we say these different time frames, a 5-minute chart, what we're actually looking at is, let me move this up. What we're actually looking at are these little things. See these looks like little bars, right? These little bars are called candles. They're called candles. Okay, and these little these little lines that are like above them and below them, those are called wicks. So like a candle and a wick, like, one that you would light a candle and it's the wick, right? So you could remember that, but they're called candles. And what these candles represent are the price. Okay, they represent the price. And so we'll go into that in just a second. But what I want you to understand is that each of these candles, depending on what time chart you're on. So for example, if you're on the 5-minute chart, it takes 5 minutes for one candle to form and complete itself before it goes to the next candle, right? So right now it's 8:31, right? If we were to come over here, you guys can see that candle is moving, right? See it moving? It's gonna stop moving at 8:35, right? And then it's gonna then go to the next candle. And that candle is gonna go from 8:36 to 8:40, right? And then that's gonna go 8:41 to 8:45, okay? So every candle takes 5 minutes, right? Here, 15-minute chart. Every candle takes 15 minutes, right? So in other words, this candle is just started at 8:30 because it's literally on the 15-minute, right? The quarter of the hour. So this candle started at 8:30 and then it's gonna stop at 8:45, okay? So 15 minutes, an hour. This candle started at 8 o'clock, right? And it's gonna go until 9. So each one of these candles, it takes an hour. Each one of these candles, it takes 4 hours. It's a 4-hour chart, okay? And then for the sake of it, each one of these takes a day. Takes a day. Now, why is that important? I want you to think about it like, let's say you were gonna take a road trip. Let's say you're gonna take a road trip from Atlanta all the way up to New York, right? We're gonna take a road trip from Atlanta to New York. If you were going to do that before Siri and before GPS on our phones, right? I remember we had to go and get a AAA map, right? Had to get a map, and we would sit in the car, pull that big behind map out, and then, you know, try to put our little marker, or the person at the gas station, whoever it was, would outline the trip for us, right? With a highlighter, and say, okay, you're going to start right here in Atlanta, and you're going to follow this road, this highway, you're going to follow this highway, you're going to get to New York. When you're looking at that big map, you can see almost the whole United States, right? Unless you have like a map of the Southeast or the East, right? You can see a lot, which means that it's zoomed out, right? It's zoomed out, and you can see the bigger picture when you're zoomed out. Now, if I wanted to, well, the daily chart would be the equivalent of looking at that big map, right? So if you're looking at what's happening daily, right? If you're looking at what's happening daily, you can see down here, it tells you this is June, right? June the 11th over here. So in June, this is where price was, right? July price was in here, right? And we're not quite in August yet, all right? So we can see more of the market because the time is compressed and we see bigger candles over longer periods of time because we're zoomed out. That makes sense? Or you're gonna airplane 30,000 square feet. You can see more of the city of Atlanta if you're higher up. So the daily time frame gives us a bigger, better picture than, let's say, a 5-minute chart, right? A 5-minute chart is just you looking out your window. You can only see what's happening on your street. You can't see what's happening in the next town over. You can't see what's happening. You can't see any other planes. You can't see, all you can see is what's happening pretty much right in front of your face, right? So when we're making decisions in the market, when we're looking to make decisions about how we're gonna move our money, do you think it makes more sense to start looking at the bigger picture first, or the zoomed in, just looking at your window picture first? Which one do you just think would make more sense to start looking at and evaluating first?
It would be the bigger picture because you kind of can see patterns, you can see activity, you have something to refer to.
There you go. Exactly right, Cicely, right? So what happens is, as traders, we like to start on the daily charts, right? To give us a better idea. Now, the big players, like your banks and your hedge funds, they're starting off at the monthly charts, right? And at the weekly charts. And that's fine because their money can sit until movement happens over a month, right? We don't want to take a month for one of these candles to form, You guys understand what I'm saying? We don't want to take a month for that. We want, our money. If you think about how you get paid at work, you get paid every 2 weeks, right? If you could figure out how to get paid every Friday, right, or every day, then that would be okay. If you saw 14 of these candles and it took you 2 weeks to get paid, but you made triple and double what you made at work, wouldn't that be okay? Right? All right. So what we do is we really start kind of evaluating things from the daily. But everybody understand these candles. Now, let me just say this. On my chart, okay, you can make, when we start showing you how to do your own charts, you can make the colors whatever color you want. If you want purple and white, you want green and yellow, it doesn't make a difference. But on my chart, I try to keep it consistent with what makes sense in my brain, right? Like green is going up and red is going down, right? That just makes sense for me. So what happens is the green candles represent prices going up. People are buying. Right? People are buying. And then the red candles represent where people are selling. All right? Where people are selling and the market is going down. And when people are buying and selling, the price starts at one point. So for example, let's start over here. You can see this price people bought, and it got to the top right here, right? Then what happens is over here, this candle, this red candle would have opened up, meaning it would have started. This candle would have started forming up here. It's always going to start where the other one closed at. So if you're buying, price is starting down here and it's going up, and then the candle stops. Then if it's going to start selling, the candle opens up where the previous candle left off, and then it starts going down. All right. So when you're looking at a green candle on my chart, the top of the candle represents where price stopped at, where when the time frame closed. So on this day, let's see what day this was. This candle, hold on. This candle right here is, you see at the bottom, March 27th, 2018, right? So March 27th, 2018, at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern, this candle stopped. Okay, it stopped. And then this candle started. Okay. It started. So when this candle started, all the sellers started coming in at that point in time. You guys understand what I'm saying? And it just kept going like this. So that is the concept of the candles and let me talk about the wicks. So the wicks represent where price was, but it didn't stop there. So if you think about an airplane and you see the tailwind, or you see the smoke from an airplane, the smoke lets you know that the plane was over there, right? And it's moved from there. And you can still see the smoke and you can still see the plane, but the plane is not where the smoke is. The smoke just lets you know the plane was over there, okay? But the plane is over here. That's the same thing like a wick. It's like a tailwind. So in other words, price went all the way up there, but it didn't stay there, right? During the day. During the day, price still dropped back down and it closed down here, right? So the wicks kind of indicate where price is trying to push to, up or down, but where price actually closed and opened at would be at the top and the bottom of what we call the body of the candle, the fat part of the candle. That's where price opened at the bottom for the buy and closed at the top for the buy, but it opened at the top for the sell and closed at the bottom for the sell. Does that make sense? Everybody with me? Any questions on that? Or do I need to go back and say something again? Y'all got it? Okay, just know that the candles represent the price, all right? Now, see these numbers over here. Can you guys see these numbers over here? I don't know if I can make my screen any bigger. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, man, I probably could zoom in over here. I don't know if I can zoom in on that though. Hold on one second. Control, and I know I can make it brighter. Let me see something. Can't do that. Okay. Can you guys see those numbers though?
Yes.
Okay. These numbers represent the price, but they're not in the term of $1. It's not like $1.60 or $1.58. Okay. That's not what it means. These numbers, although they represent the price, these numbers represent what we call pips, like Gladys Knight and the pips, right? PIPS. These are pips. And pips, what it means is price interest point. Okay, a price interest point. And basically what a pip is like 1/100th of a penny. If we had to break it down, it's like 1/100th of a penny. Okay, so it's measured in pips. Think about it like a football field. How is a football field measured? In what?
Yards.
In yards, right? You don't have to know all the details about the yard and how many feet are in the yard and how many inches are in the yard. It doesn't really matter. You just know that when you're watching a football game, that the ball has to move so many yards before there's an advancement or there's a setback. Everybody understand what I'm saying? It's just measured in yards. In the foreign exchange market, all the money is measured in pips. Okay, it's just measured in pips. And so the way that a pip works is, hold on, let me pull out this text. I'm gonna type this out for a second. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's say this is 1.58000, and then we've got 1.58010. Okay, hold on. Let me make this bigger so everybody can see it. Okay, can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So now, the way that the pips are measured are by this 4th digit after the decimal point. Okay, the 4th digit after the decimal point. So in other words, if this is 5880, now this last digit is called a pipette. Okay, it's called a pipette. So it's not necessary for the sake of what we're doing at this point in time. So I wouldn't even really worry about it, right? But if we look at the 4 digits after the decimal point, this is 5800 and this is 5801. How many pips did we go up?
1.
100.
One pip.
Whole?
Yes, 1 pip. If this is 5800 and this is 5801, we went up 1 pip.
Okay.
Because it's always measured by the 4th digit. Okay. So now if we have 58, let's say 25, right? How many pips did this go up?
825.
How many?
825.
No, not 825. Who else has something?
25.
Just 25.
Oh, 25. I'm sorry, that was a 0. Okay, I got to enlarge it.
So you have the last digit, right? And obviously, if we exceed 9, right? Then we got to go to the next digit. And now we're looking at the 2 digits. Okay. Now, if we did this, Dana, if we did that, how many pips difference is that?
100.
100 pips. Everybody with me?
Mm-hmm.
It's 100 pips. Okay. So that's how we measure it. All right. With that, so the candles. So the candle, if this candle went up, and don't worry so much about some of the tools I'm using. I want to kind of illustrate what this is to you. This candle went up about 111 pips. Okay. That means that when the candle started, it started like right here, like 1.5671, right? So let's just say 5671. 5671, right? Where it started at. And then it closed at 5784. 5784. You guys can see that that's a little over 100 pips. You guys see that, right?
Right.
Right? It's like 111 pips. Okay, something around there. So that's how we measure it. All right, that's how price moves in pips. Now, the way that the money works is this, and we'll talk about it a little bit deeper, but just so you get the concept. If you believed price was going up, and you said, okay, I want to, for the sake of the word bet, or it's not really a bet, but you want to leverage. I'm gonna say leverage, okay, or bet. You want to bet $1. that this price is going up, you would go to your broker, and I will show you how to do that, but you would place a trade for $1, okay? And you would tell it at what price you want to start and at what price you want it to end. Now, of course, you wouldn't see this candle at first, right? Because in real time, hindsight is 2020, right? Like right here, this is where price is right now. I can't see where it's going to go, right? So if I look at this pattern at its end, it's kind of just been going up and down, up and down, up and down, right? It really hasn't gone anywhere past the low of where it is right now, right? Y'all see that? Okay. Yeah. So if I were going to say, you know what, I believe that price is going to go back up, right? Now I'm going to give you ways to really analyze this, but just for the sake of this conversation, I'm just going to guess, okay? I believe price is going to go up. I could go in there, I could set my trade, and I could say, I believe it's going to go up from 15733, right? And then I want you to stop it at the top of where it finished at anyway, at 5837, right? I could say that. So let me put these numbers in just so we can keep track of what I'm saying, so we don't lose it. So what did I say? I said 5730. Let's just say that 5730. And then I said I want you to take me out of my trade at 5836. 5836. So that's about how many pips?
105.
100.
Right. So 100, about 100 pips, right? So if I bet $1 and that trade went up 100 pips, I simply multiply my $1 times the number of pips. So how much money would I have made if that candle goes from the bottom right here to the top right here?
100.
You wouldn't have made $106, would you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Simple. If the price goes up 100 pips and I put $1, I'm going to make $1 per pip. So it's 106 pips, which would be $106. Okay. You guys with me? Likewise, if I made the wrong call, right? And I said it was going to go up, but price continued to go down. Now, if I said, okay, take me out the trade at 5636. I'm going to mute for a second. Okay. At that, then I'm telling it, oh Lord, I might be looking like, oh man, I actually lost 100 pips, right? I lost $100. Everybody understand the math? This is just a math example.
Yeah.
Okay. So all you're looking to do is you're looking to get as what we call pips. We just want to get pips. We want to get pips. We want to get pips. We want to get pips. And we want to increase in pips. Now, the thing is, in the foreign exchange market, what makes the foreign exchange market very lucrative is that as traders, we can actually make money as the market is going up because we can buy, right? We can buy as it's going up. And we can make money as the market is going down. We can sell too, right? So we can make money if price is going down, and we can make money if price is going up. Some people ask me about the stock market, right? Can you trade the stocks? Yes, you can. But a lot of people buy the stocks, right? A lot of people, it's like an investment. They're going to buy and hold, like real estate. You're going to buy it, you're going to hold it and wait for the value to increase. The problem with buying and holding for the average person is that you need to have enough capital to buy enough shares of the stock in order for it to be worth anything, right? And then you got to hope that value goes up, right? If value of a company goes down after you've bought it, are you happy? Are you happy if you bought Apple stock and a news clipping comes out that the Apple CEO just got caught in a sex scandal, right? And it makes the Apple stock drop. Would you be happy if you owned Apple stock?
No.
No, right? But as a trader, let's just say that it's not stock, but it's the US dollar. So you guys remember Bill Clinton, right? As an issue, Bill Clinton had the scandal that went on, right? When Clinton was in office, we weren't trading back then, obviously, right? But when he was in office, I'm almost positive that the US dollar dropped, right? The US dollar dropped. Why? Because other people looking at the United States is saying, you know what? The states don't look so stable right now, right? Their leadership is in disarray. They're running amok. So we don't have that much faith in the dollar. So what did people start doing? Selling the dollar, right? So if people are selling the dollar as traders, we can start selling the dollar too and make money. Do you understand? So even if we're in the United States and the dollar starts to go down, we can sell it and make money going down, right? Versus a person who owns a piece of real estate. If the market starts going down, the value of their property goes down. Now they owe more than what the house is worth. Makes people upset. But as traders, we don't care what direction the market is going because we can make money whether the market is going up or whether the market is going down. You guys understand the luxury of being a trader.
Yes.
Versus being a buy and hold stock person. So I mean, you can have all of it in your portfolio if you want to, but because I'm on the Forex side right now, I want you to understand the value of understanding how to trade, right? With trading, it doesn't matter. The market could crash. Good. If you could analyze the chart, which over time you'll learn how to do, and you caught it as it was crashing and you were selling, you made money. Do you understand? So while everybody else is screaming, oh my God, the economy just tanked, you do realize there are people that get rich when that happens. This is one of the ways that they get rich when it happens. And now we're in a position to get rich when it happens too.
Tracy.
Yes, ma'am.
Is I don't know, just from hanging around a lot of real estate brokers and so on, and like when the bubble popped and all of that, I noticed that there was this big boom, and then when the bubble crashed, they started doing the flyover sales for the international buyers. Is that a good example? Like they said, oh, there's no money there. Let's buy up everything while it's low. Where they were getting houses, $100,000 houses for like 25 or, so is that I'm just trying to visualize that buy low. Okay.
Yeah, but here's what I want you to so you're right. And I want you to take one more step back and I want you to understand what happens. What happens is that they create the bust on purpose.
Correct.
Right? So they create a scenario that causes prices to run up, and then they can't go any higher, which is like this wick, right? Mm-hmm. It goes up, and then it gets exhausted. Prices can't go any higher, right? And then what happens? Well, it hangs around and then it does what? It crashes. Boom. When prices crash, then what happens? The big boys, we're looking at the daily chart. So what happens on the daily chart, when you see these big candles, like this big green candle, this candle is bigger than the candle in front of it. You see that? And this is called an engulfing candle, right? It engulfs. This whole red candle can fit inside that green candle. When you see big engulfing candles like that on the daily chart coming from the bottom, that lets you know that the banks are buying, right? The banks are buying. And when the banks start buying, that is when prices are low, right? They're buying up all the shit low. Okay. Which means if we're going to be smart, what should we be doing?
Buying.
We should be buying with the banks, right?
So let me ask a question.
Yes.
Okay. So when we see that it's going low, specifically like the US dollar, does that mean that the contrast somewhere else is that some other currency is gaining?
Correct. You weren't here when I first went over this part, but every currency you have to have a pair, right?
Oh yeah, I heard that part.
So then that means that if you have one currency going up, then simultaneously the other currency is going down.
Got it.
So this is the euro. So the first currency in the pair, whatever currency is first, in this case it's the euro, right? The euro against the Australian dollar. Whatever one is first, it's called the base pair. Okay, it's called the base. And when you're looking at the market going up or down, the fact that this market right here was going up that's reflecting what the base is doing. So the euro is the one that's going up, right? The euro is the one that's coming down, right? So whatever direction this chart is going in, that's telling you what the first pair, what the first currency in the pair is doing. And so adversely, the second currency is doing the opposite. Okay?
Okay.
So, right? So when we're looking at this chart, we can see, oh man, euro AUD, it was going down. It really means the euro was being sold off, right? They're selling the euro. But at the same time that they're selling the euro, they're selling it to somebody, right? Somebody's buying the Australian dollar. You see that? Somebody's buying the Australian dollar. So you might hear something like, you might see this going down, and they might say, well, the Aussie, because we call it the Aussie, right? The Aussie dollar is strengthening. Mm-hmm. Well, if this is going, why is the Aussie dollar strengthening if the chart is going down? Because it's the second currency in the pair, right? The euro is weakening, but the Aussie is strengthening. Y'all with me?
Mm-hmm.
Got it, food? Okay, wait. Don't go that. Don't eat that in your room. She can come out here and eat it. Over here. Put it on the plate or get a paper towel. Hold on there. Okay. So yes, y'all get what I'm saying, right? So the euro is dropping at this point. The Aussie is weakening. If I were to go to a US dollar pair, let's just go back to the USD JPY, right? You can see here that the dollar overall has been strengthening. You guys see that? Mm-hmm. The dollar has been strengthening over time, right? We're dropping right here. And I'll share some stuff with you, but we're expecting a big drop in the dollar, like really soon. Okay, just because of where price is right now. This is a high price. It's exhausting based on some analysis we've done. We'll show that at the end, how we do that. Hold on, y'all. I don't want y'all to draw on the screen, so hold on. Let me clear that. And then let me do, oops, hold on. How do I do? I won't worry about it right now. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we're expecting the dollar to drop. It's already starting to drop. So now remember what I said. When you see on the daily chart, you see these big candles coming from the bottom, right? The big ones I'm talking about. The banks are buying, okay? Likewise, it's the same when you're at more the top of your chart and you see like these big red candles, like see this big red candle coming down? It's engulfing this little green candle. The banks are selling off, right? They're selling off. This one right here, big one, the one in front of it, really small, boom, selling. And what did these were like signals to let us know that this thing right here was coming. This was the big move, right? This right here wasn't nothing. That's the little money. That's the little money. And when you learn how to trade, you're just kind of waiting for the big money. This is the big money. So let me just measure this for you guys to understand what I'm saying. Let's say that you caught this trade here. Let's say that you started this trade here and you just let it ride. You let it ride all the way down to here. Guys, how many pips is that? Can y'all see the number right here? It may be kind of small. It says 839.
Yeah, 839.7.
839 pips. So here's what I want you to know. There's something called lot sizes. Okay, let me do this. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. There's something called lot sizes. Okay. And this is how we trade. This is how our money works. Oops. Okay, so lot sizes. We have what are called micro lot sizes. We have what are called mini lot sizes. And we have what are called standard lot sizes, okay? Micro lot sizes are 0.01. That's what it looks like. Okay, it looks like a penny, but that's not a penny, right? That's 10 cents. Okay, so that 0.1 actually equals 10 cents. Okay, a mini lot size is 0.1, and that equals $1. And then a standard lot size is 1.0, and that equals $10. Okay? And likewise, stop. And likewise, the numbers are like 0.02, 0.03, all the way up to 0.09. Those would all be micro lot sizes. That would be up to 90 cents, right? Or 99 cents, rough. Well, 90 cents, but that's probably like the max. Then it switches over to mini, because now you're at $1, right? 0.1, $1, 0.2, $2, 0.3, $3, right? All the way up to 0.99, right? Which is $9.90. Then what happens is you jump to a standard, which is now $10, right? And then $10, when it gets to like $20, it would just be a 2, right? And then a 3 and a 4. And then what we call it is 2 standards, right? Or 3 standards or 4 standard lot sizes, right? But this is the basis of how we're trading, in other words. So this is why I said you only need $10. And you only need $10, not because you're trading a standard, but you can trade micro lot sizes. Okay, now let me explain to you why that is. There's also something called leverage that the banks will give us. Okay, this is what allows us as retail traders to get in the game, whereas before we couldn't get in the game. Okay, let me just do this. Let me come over here. Actually, I'll come over here and do this. A micro lot is 10 cents of your money, but what it represents in the market is $1,000. Your 10 cents represents $1,000.
Wow.
Okay. If you're trading mini lots, your dollar represents $10,000 in the market. If you're trading a standard, your $10 represents $100,000. I'll come back to leverage in just a second. Now, remember when I said to you that before the last 8 to 10 years, you had to have $100,000 cash to put up to play the game, right? That's because the standard lot size is worth $100,000. Think about it like this. If you were going to go to the store and you're going to buy a 24 case of water, right? A 24 case of water might be the standard pack. If you were going to try to get a portion of that, you can't get a portion of it, right? Unless they sell you another pack, which might be a 12 pack, right? If they sell you a 12 pack of water, that's a mini, right? But then you might have a 6 pack of water, right? You get like a little 6 pack. If you get the 6 pack, that might be your micro, okay? But traditionally, the standard is the norm, right? In other words, most people are going to go to the store and they're going to buy a 24 case of water. But we realize that everybody wants 24 cases, so we will break it down for you. So we'll let you get a 12 case or we'll let you get a 6 case. But we'd rather you get a 24 case, right? Now we live in an environment where you can buy 1 bottle at a time, right? They've made it like that. So I want you to think about it from that standpoint. When you're trading in the Forex market prior to 8 to 10 years ago, you couldn't play this game 1,000, 10,000. It didn't exist. You had to have $100,000 because the only way you could participate was if you were doing standard lots. Okay? But now they've said, all right, well, we realize not everybody has $100,000. So we'll let them do $10,000 represent, we'll let them do mini lots represent $10,000, or we'll let them do micro represent $1,000. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So this $100,000 is what your $10 is represented by. And it's represented that way because of the way the banks give us leverage. In other words, they let us borrow their money. Right? Or I won't say the banks, but the brokers, right? So the brokers have a leverage, let's say of they have leverage like 1 to 200, right? And I'm going to explain this. They might have like 1 to 500. And some of them have leverage of 1 to 1,000. Okay. Now, what that means is that for every dollar that you really put in your account, the broker's going to give you $200, right? So if you put $1 in your account, they're going to give you $200. So the minimum that you can put in your account is $10. Remember I said that? So if you get with a broker and you choose a leverage of 1 to 200, that means that the amount of money that your $10 really represents is $2,000, right? Because you put 10 in, that 10 times 200 is what represents your money in the Forex market. So now you can play the game as if you had $2,000, but you only have 10. Do you understand what I'm saying? You only have 10. So that's good for us, right? That's good for us. That means we put up 10 and we can make money as if we had put up 2,000, but we didn't put up 2,000. They're letting us borrow the other 2,000. You guys understand what I'm saying? Essentially, they're letting us borrow the other 2,000. So if you did that, what that means is that if you had that, and like I said, you put up $10 times the $200 would equal $2,000, right? Now this $2,000, as you guys can see, is really in this micro lot section, right? Because you got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4, all the way up to 9,000, which means that you can really only trade at 10-cent lot sizes. So if you put $10 in your brokerage account, you can only bet 10 cents, right? You guys understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can only bet the 10 cents, which means that if the price, remember we did this right here, we calculate this, so let's say you caught this drop, right? What would we say, 834 pips. If you caught that and you were at 10 cents, how much money did you make? 10 cents times 834 is what?
$83.40.
$83.40. There you go, right? If you're trading with only $10 in your account. Now, if it took you this many days, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3. 53 days. Let's just say 60 for the sake of it, right? Took you 2 months. And you put $10 in there. Of your $10, you only placed one trade for 10 cents. You didn't bet your whole $10. You just bet 10 cents. And after 53 days, that 10 cent made you $83. Now in your account, you have your initial 10 that you started with plus $83. Now you have $93. Tell me, where can you go in 50 days, let your money work, and you take your money from $10 to $100? Tell me. And you didn't do any work, did you? You set the trade and because you analyzed it, you're going to learn that part, right? You analyzed it, but you just let the trade run, and every day you'll open up, look at your phone, make sure things going in the right direction, and you close your phone and you keep on going on with your life. That's the extent of your work. Would you be okay with letting your money do all of this work and make you turn $10 into $100? Now, that's at 10 cents. You turn $10 to $100 at 10 cents. Go ahead, Stacy.
Okay, so so my question is, leaving it there, do we have to monitor this to say, okay, sell now, or how does this work with us being able to say, okay, now sell or now buy? Is it
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you in just a second. We're going to all set up demo accounts in a minute. Okay, I'll show you how to do a demo account. But what would happen is, yes, you would go into your brokerage account on your phone, and you would tell it, I want to sell at this price over here, whatever price you said, right?
Okay.
When price gets to this point, I want you to sell, and it will automatically trigger and sell at that point when price gets there.
Okay.
And then it's going to keep on selling until you tell it to stop selling, or unless you had an idea of where you want price to come before you tell it to stop. If you have an idea of, like, I believe price is going to come down to here, you could say sell here and stop selling here, right? Or you can just let it run and keep an eye on it. And when you feel like that's the lowest it's going to go, based on analysis, you could stop your trade and secure the bag.
Okay. Okay. I have another question. You said earlier, when you were talking about the numbers in pairs, like one was going okay, and the other one, the second number in the pair was, I think one was dropping and the other one was rising. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay, so the second number is doing.
Well, the second pair, the second
pair.
Right. So this is US dollar. So here the US dollar is dropping, which would mean the Japanese yen is doing what?
It's rising.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Just make sure I'm taking notes.
Okay. All right. So y'all got that? Y'all got what I'm saying in this example, right? So if you had $10 in your account and you had a leverage of 1 to 200, that means your $10 is equivalent to now $2,000 in the market, right? $2,000 falls in this micro lot size, right? Which means you can only leverage 10 cents. Everybody understand that? Okay. This is where it starts to get good. Okay. This is where I want you to start expanding your mind for a second. Let's say that you didn't start with $10. Let's say you started with $100. Okay. So you're going to put $100 in your brokerage account. $100 in your brokerage account times the $200 of this leverage now gives you access to what? How much? $20,000, right? So now your $100 is the equivalent of $20,000 in the market. So now, if you're at $20,000 in the market, see, now you can start playing at the mini lot game, right? Which means you don't have to just do 10 cents. You could do 10 cents if you want to, but you could step it up. And now you could do dollar trades. You could do dollar trades. So now, if you ran this trade, Stacy, and in this case, you didn't do 10 cents, but you leveraged $1, and the thing went 836 pips, Stacy, how much money is that? You're muted.
Okay, I'm sorry. My phone had did something. Say it again. What's the equation?
I said, remember the last example we did 10 cents.
10 cents, right? We had $1 now.
We did 10, right? Let me put this down here though, so we can keep track.
Okay, so we had $1.
The first example we did was we said 10 cents times the 836 pips, right?
Right.
And that gave us, Cicely told us, $83.
83.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
So this would give this was $830 some dollars.
There you go. So now you got
Okay.
$1. Your dollar times the same 836 pips now banked you what? $836.
800.
I am on board.
Okay. Do you see that it's the same work though? You didn't work harder, right? What we're used to doing is we're used to going and getting a second job, a third job, work harder, spend more time. There's no way you could take $83 and make it $836 without working more for most people in their minds, right? And we're saying, no, if you put your money to work, your money could make you 10 times that within the same period of time. This is still the same 53 days. And it's the same trade. Me and you got in the same trade at the same time, except I only had $10 in my account. But Cicely, you had $100 in your account. At the end of the 53 days, Cicely, me and you went on vacation and we spent all our time and we had fun in Italy the whole time together. When we come back home, Cicely, you made more money than me and you didn't do any more work. You just had an extra zero in your account than I had. Does everybody understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, go ahead, David.
Yes.
Question.
Okay, yes. So is there any way to follow your broker?
You don't follow your broker, you just follow your trade. I'm going to show, before we get done, I'm going to show you how to open up a brokerage account. They're free. You'll open up a brokerage account and we're going to start a demo account, which means you don't have to put real money in it, but it'll be like Monopoly money, right?
But
and
we don't know how to analyze it that way.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's why you're going to have to start learning, right? But
Okay.
my job today is to show you why you need to start learning it. Okay, you see what I'm saying? That's the whole skill that we're teaching. That's the whole point. If you learn how to know when it's time to get in this sale, that's what you need to, that's how you make the $836 is knowing when to get in on this sale. Right? And that's what we're teaching people, how to trade Forex.
Okay, I just want to say something. I'm a little distracted because I'm looking at the side of your screen.
Yeah.
And why am I watching that Japanese yen go up? So let's perfect example. 111.29.9. It's over here on the other side where the lights are flashing.
Over here? Oh, up
Yeah,
here?
Over.
Over here?
It's 111.29, and then adds a 9, and the red and the greens are flashing back and forth.
Over here?
Yeah, down.
Oh, down here. Okay, yes.
On the details. Yeah. So I'm just seeing because I'm doing mine today. But anyway, that is now. Let me just so I understand what you said. The U.S. dollar is going.
Well, right now, see this candle? Right now, the green represents it's going up, right?
Right. Okay.
It's going up, but overall, it's dropping.
Well, it's dropped. Right. Okay.
It's going up right at this moment, but we can see this. The bank did a big sell-off.
Right.
So we know it's going to probably keep coming on down.
Right. Okay.
And all this number.
Standing it. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm jumping the gun. It's over there, and I'm like,
It's okay. That's good because you're paying attention to it. All this number is telling you where the price currently. See what this is right here? The 11,365. That's all this is telling you.
Gotcha.
So if you're not looking right here, and you know that you're trading the UJ, we call it UJ, right? We know that you're trading UJ, and you know your prices in your head because you've been in the trade. That you can just come up here and glance and like, okay, it's still cool, right? I'm still good. Right, and whatever. So it gives you at a glance, and you'll see like in the markets on certain news stations, it'll say, oh, the U.S. had a big. Or it might say the dollar rallied. Right, the dollar rallied. Rallied means it went up. Right, it went up. So the dollar rallied. It started at around. They might say, oh, it started at about 108, and it rallied up to about 112 before selling off. Right. So now 112. Okay, great. Before selling off. So now you're like, well, shoot, it's selling off at 112. Right. You're kind of putting the numbers together. Now you got to come over. You got to analyze your charts and see, right? But this is why a lot of us are in a sale right now on the US dollar Japanese yen.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this just kind of does stuff at a glance for you. So you ain't got to keep opening up every single chart to look at it. You can just see it. All right.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. Okay, so y'all cool with this example so far? Can we keep going? Okay, now let's say that you have $1,000. Okay, let's say you got $1,000 you want to put in the account. You want to start with $1,000. And you're going to be at a 1 to 200 leverage with your broker. Hold on. You're going to be at a 1 to 200 leverage with your broker. So now your $1,000 times 200 gives you access to now how much money?
200,000.
200 grand. Your $1,000 now is worth 200 grand. And that means that now you can play where the 100,000s are, right? Which is your standard lots. So now you could actually bet $10 per pip. So if we did that, and in our third example, we did $10 times 836 pips, the same distance. How much money is that?
That's 836.
That's 8,000.
8,000.
8,000.
$8,000.
300.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see? So now, in 53 days, Cicely,
Mm-hmm.
while you off on your book tour, being fabulous and being great, you see what I'm saying? You took $1,000, right? You put $1,000 in your account. You've been practicing and learning this. You've been doing it in your demo account. You've been figuring it out, right, for a while. And now you're ready to actually put your money up where your mouth is because you believe you set it down now, right? And now you get into a trade and you see this thing about to sell off and you get in and lo and behold, this thing goes 836 pips. And in 53 days, Cicely, you made $8,000.
Mm-hmm.
Same pip distance that Stacy was in, but Stacy only had $10, $100, right? So Stacy had $100, she made $836. But Rhonda had $10 and she made $83. Now, percentage-wise, I'm gonna mute. There's a lot of noise going on. Percentage-wise, it's the same, right? Percentage-wise, if you had $1,000 and you turn it to $8,000, that's the same percentage as going from $10 to $83.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Percentage-wise. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Huh? Yes. Percentage-wise, it's the same, which means that that's what we speak in terms of is percentage, because people's individual circumstances will give them access to or not enough of the same amount of money. Everybody understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I can't say, Cicely, you could make $8,000 in 2 months because I don't know how much money you starting with. Is it possible? It is possible, but I can't say you got $1,000 to put in there. And I don't know if you're ready to start trading live money right now today anyway, right? Or you might be like Dana, and just example, right? Dana said, well, I don't got $1,000. All I got is $100. Okay, well, I can't guarantee she's going to make $8,000 because at $100, I know she's only playing at the mini lot size. Mm-hmm. So for her to make $8,000, she would need 8,000 pips. Mm-hmm. Right? And that's a lot. I mean, the market can move anywhere between like 100 and 200 pips, 150 pips a day, right? That's kind of where it's going per day, right? So that would be a lot, and I wouldn't dare say that. So this is why we say, well, if you have more money, you could make more money, right? But it don't take all of that. Mm-hmm. Percentage-wise, you're getting the same return as you would as somebody else, right? So that's why we teach our team, essentially, let's focus on 10% a day. Whatever your account balance is, and whatever lot size you're playing with, and whatever dollar amount that is relative to each individual person. So if you would focus on 10% a day, in this case right here, if you went $10, and let's say the first day, let's look at this example right here. The first day that we got in this trade, because remember each of these candles is a day. That thing went 45 pips the first day. So the first day, 45 pips times your 10 cent gave you $4.50.
Mm-hmm.
You only started with $10. So 10% of $10, if that's our goal, is how much?
10 cents.
$1. 10% of $10, right? Move the decimal point one place over. So $10, 10% means you want to grow your money by $1 a day. And in the first day, you made $4.50.
Mm-hmm.
You increased your money by 40% in one day. If you understand percents and how money works, where can you go and grow your money by 40% in a day without you physically having to do anything? Do you guys see the power of what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you're growing your money at 40% a day, and guess what? You've only put up $10, Cicely.
Mm-hmm.
Now you might think that little $4.50 ain't nothing, because in your mind you like $4.50. What, that ain't shit, right? Because what I'm gonna do with $4.50? But that's the power of what we're saying compounded interest is. Yes, the bank on your $10, you got your $10. They didn't even give you a penny for the whole year. They didn't give you a penny for the whole year because they don't even give you 1%. Right? If you got $10, 10% of $10 is $1. So 1% would be 10 cents. They don't give you 10 cents on your $10 for a whole year. You're not making no money. But if you learn this and you make $4 the first day, you might as well pack it up, call the job up and say, I quit. Right? Because theoretically, you know how to flip your money 40%, at least 10% a day.
Mm-hmm.
You guys see what I'm saying here?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now what happens in this scenario? Let's say this third example, right? So now you had $1,000 that you started off with, but you let it sit over 53 days because you saw this thing, you believe this thing was getting ready to happen. Now you added $8,360 to your $1,000. Now you got $9,360. Now that you have 9,000, let's do our leverage, right? Now that you have 9,000 to play with, right? I'm just gonna say 10,000 even, right? Just make it even. Let's say now you started off with $1,000 in your account, but now you got $10,000 in your account. So now you got $10,000 in your account. You still with the broker that gives you access to 1 to 200 leverage. Now your $10,000 gives you access to how much money? How much money? Y'all with me?
What?
Oh, hold on. 10,000
times 200.
Times 200. That's 2 million, ain't it?
2 million.
That's zeros.
Okay. So now you could play this game, right? You see what I'm saying? You went from playing this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, you played this game before, but you only did one standard, right? One standard. Okay. But now you can do multiple, right? So now you could do on that trade, let's say that trade happened again, but now instead of one standard, you did 3 standards.
3 standards.
So now you're doing $30 per pip. Let's say on that same scenario, $30 per pip. What's that? What's $30 times 800 30 times 836 pips. That's $25,000. So do you guys see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. This is how wealth is growing. This is not about working harder. This is about knowing a skill that puts your money to work where you don't have to work at all, except on setting up your stuff, practicing, educating yourself, and then boom, putting your money to work. And the brokers let you practice in your demo account as long as you want until you feel like you've got the skill.
Tracy,
Yes.
how much does the broker get?
The broker get usually about so if you do like a 10-cent trade, different brokers have different transaction fees, but they'll usually do it 1 pip, right? So if you're doing a 10-cent trade and they take 1 pip, they're going to take 10 cents. So you would have made $83, but they took 10 cents. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely.
Same thing. Same thing with the dollar, right? It's usually about 1 pip. It might be 2 pips sometimes, but it's about 1 pip. So so you did $1. So 1 pip at $1, right, would be they took $1 or so.
Yeah.
You made 130.
Oh my God. Wow.
So it's very small fees. You understand what I'm saying? Overall, it's small fees. They're going to make their money, and they're making a lot of their money on the people that's losing. Because whether you win or lose, they take that fee.
Gotcha.
Right?
That's why it's so low.
Right, because they don't have to have, they got all the people across the world now. They've opened this up to 99% of people don't know what the hell they're doing. So they're losing. So you put your $10 up, you lost your $10 first, and then they took the fee, and you lost the fee, right? So they're getting your $10 and the fee, right? From that standpoint. But when you're winning, then you keep your earning, and then they just take their fee.
Okay, so I have a question. You're gonna show us like which I guess which country will be the best to begin investing in. Like, how can we tell where to begin to plug and when?
Well, no, because it's not like that. Here's what I would tell you. I would tell you that there are different types of pairs, right? And when I set you up with your brokerage account tonight, which we're getting ready to do in just a second, what happened? Oh, no, another texting. What they're going to really set you up with is what we call major pairs, okay? And major pairs are all the pairs with US dollar in them, roughly. Okay, there's a couple that they don't really call major that is a US dollar pair, but so you might have like the USD JPY, that's a major, right? You might have USD CAD, that's a major. You might have USD NZD, that's a major. You might have Euro USD, that's a major. You might have what is it? Is it AUD? Judy, is it AUD USD? AU? I think it's that direction. Is it AU, Judy?
Yeah, that's right.
AU. And there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another. GBP. GBP USD. Right? Those are the 6 major pairs. Okay, those are the 6 major pairs. Now there's other pairs, okay? And you can trade any of them that you want. What's going to happen, Stacy, is you're going to have to start learning. You're going to start learning the basics of it first. And then it's not really going to make a difference, right? You're going to go in there, you're going to play in your demo account, and you're going to place trades different places, right? But what we recommend is just pick one. It don't even matter which one. Just pick one. And the idea is that you begin to get intimate with this one pair, which means that you will begin to see how this pair moves, what triggers this pair, right? When certain news comes out, how does this pair respond? Like a husband or a wife or a girlfriend or a kid or something.
I have intimacy issues.
Huh?
I have intimacy issues.
Girl, well, you better get intimate with this money. You better get intimate with this money, right? So if If you feel like you need, you know, a sidekick, then you might get you 2 pairs. Okay. But I don't really recommend doing more than 2 pairs at a time, because when you're new and you're learning, it can be overwhelming sometimes with just one. If you're trying to analyze 2 and 3 pairs and keep up with them and what can start to weigh on you versus, I keep muting Dana. If all you had to do was focus on 1 pair, right? Then it might seem slow sometimes, but it's better for you because what you're doing is you're picking up on the movement of the pair, right? So I would just say pick one. If I had to say pick one of these, which ones I like GU, right? I trade GU. I trade UJ, right? My favorite pair, this is a cross pair. It's called a cross. But I like to trade PJ, GBP, JPY, right? Okay. Now here's the reason why, because certain pairs, you're going to get more value for the movement, right? Like if you buy a Chanel purse versus a Walmart purse, you get more value for the Chanel purse. They're both purses and they both do the same thing, but one has greater value. Does that make sense? So when you're trading, when you're trading, GJ is one of those pairs that has a higher value. Okay, so I like GJ for that purpose, and I like GU and I like UJ, right? I don't really trade Euro USD that much, but a lot of people love Euro USD, right? They love Euro USD. Judy, what pairs do you trade? What pair do you trade mainly, or do you like to watch?
Oh, hang on. Sorry. No, I like GJ. And the AUD USD was one of the ones that teachers said to us to trade when we start because it's a little bit slower than the others. Okay. And when you're first learning, it's easier.
Okay. So there you got it. Judy's giving some perspective on that, right? So, okay. Right. So I mean, it's going to be a matter of preference, but you can choose whichever one you want. But that's just some of our feedback, right? Okay. In terms of which ones you might want to start paying. Then I keep muting you because you busy back there. We can hear all that shuffling going on.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So yeah. All right. So I just wanted to paint the number picture for you guys. If you can understand the numbers that we're dealing with, what our whole goal is, right? Our whole goal as retail traders is to keep building our account. And now you see why, right? Our goal is to keep building the account. Our goal is not to get rich off one trade. Our goal is to keep building our account, to make smart moves, right? To make smart decisions along the way. And if we could get 20 pips, 30 pips here, 20 pips there, that still works for us, right? If we could grow our account like that every day, 10, 20, 30 pips a day, then you're good. Your account is growing. Of course, the pips will correspond to the size of your account, how much you're leveraging. That's would equate to how much money you're making. But overall, it's just we're looking at pips, right? Because that's the common denominator. The dollar amount varies on each person. So that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to grow our account. We're looking to get pips. And we're looking to grow like 10% a day. There's that theory, grow our accounts. All we want to do is grow our account. Now, when we grow our accounts, we do want to draw fruit from our labor too, though, right? So it's not like, oh my God, I gotta get my account to $10,000, $20,000, I can't touch it. It depends. It's like this. This is what I recommend. And I'm in the process of doing this myself. When you get your account or your first account to a certain size, you might take half of that money and go open up another brokerage account, right? Now, when you open up that other brokerage account, now you got 2 trading accounts, and now you can trade in 2 different accounts. And if you're trading in 2 accounts, one account might be for bills, right? And another account might be just for letting it grow. You're not going to touch it. Right? So now if you got, say, $1,000 and you break it up, you put 500 in one, 500 in the other, and you trade both of them, and then you get your bill account up to $1,000, then you can withdraw money out of that account as you see fit to pay your bills if you want to, right? And then you keep trading and paying those bills or whatever, okay? And your broker will let you withdraw the money that you want to withdraw. It's very liquid. This is the most liquid financial market too. Hold on one second. Yes, baby. Almost, baby. You want a snack? We don't have any snacks. I just told you we had to go to the grocery store. Okay, so so you understand what I'm saying? So you can have two separate accounts, and then one account might be the account that's like your golden goose account that you don't ever touch. You're gonna let that go to $25 million if you want to. And then you have another account that's gonna be a little bit more of your like a checking account, right? Mommy, we do have a snack. It's ice cream. Okay, just a minute, please. Or what you could do is now you can start withdrawing from that bill account, and then you could start using that to pay the bills. Just like close the fees. No. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. So I keep going back. You understand what I'm saying though, right? You can use different accounts to do different things. And you can withdraw from account. Also, it's the most liquid. Forex is the most liquid financial market as well, meaning that you don't have to go through a lot of red tape to get your money. Think about real estate, right? Real estate, what happens? You buy a piece of property, you own it, you have tenants in there, but now if you need money, you want to cash out some of the equity, what happens? You got to refinance. Right? The process of refinancing, your credit got to be a certain way, right? This is a certain way. And it's got to take 30 days or 40 days. They got to come inspect the property. The value got to be there. Like it's all this stuff that has to go on for you to get money out of the property. In this, it's like a liquid checking account. Like you're looking at it. If you see $2,000 in there and you want 500 out of it, you go to your broker's website, you follow that little process, you hit the withdraw button, and then you wait 24, 48 hours and you got your money. You understand what I'm saying? It's liquid. So it's not like it's sitting somewhere and you can't get it. You see it, you can get it. Okay? So that's why a lot of big investors who have cash money, they like to trade Forex. Now, here's one last thing. Your taxes. Your taxes with this only applies on money that you withdraw. So if you take $10 and you grow $10 to $2 million and you never touched it, you're not taxed on that. The only time you get taxed on that, if you withdraw $1,000. If you withdraw $1,000, you're going to get taxed on $1,000 because that's like 1099 income. Right? But everything else is sitting like in an investment assets account. You haven't used it. It's just there. Okay. That's how that works. Does that make sense? Everybody?
That was a question for me, specifically because of my SSDI situation until this thing really gets going, which I know it is because I got my mirror is covered, Tracy. It is covered, honey. So like, in the cautious stages, just maintaining what's going on right now, that 1099 serves me because I'm not, I have that limited income thing that I can make off the grid without reporting. But if I'm if I'm working this or practicing this for 6 months and then, the next 6 months, I'm maybe make a withdrawal. Well, will make a withdrawal because now I'm starting to eat better. I'm still not sacrificing that until I really get stable with this. And I know that might seem like a contradictory mindset, but that being the safety net, that affords me the opportunity to go ahead and do this and hold it.
That's correct. And then you could withdraw whatever amount that keeps you underneath the radar with that, whatever that amount is, right? So you could still withdraw, but just less than what is whatever. The whole point of the withdrawal, though, is really psychological, so that people know, like, hey, this money is real, right? It's not this money sitting in this cloud somewhere. It's like, look, I can withdraw this money and use it for something. If you only took $50 or $100, okay, you might need that extra $150 that particular month. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if it doesn't cross the threshold of your limits of what you're doing, then you do that.
Yeah, so it just came to mind, like, this is something I could do yearly. When you said keep it under that amount, whatever I can make yearly. So if I wait and do it yearly, yeah, that's better than the $50.
Yeah, I mean, because you could be growing the account the whole time.
Right.
The account could be 20 million. They don't know how much in your account.
Exactly. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You just take out what you need. Now you get 20 million, screw them and they little check.
Well, that too.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you need to do.
You know, I was just
your own insurance and get your stuff.
I was just dealing with what you were talking about yesterday with the visualization, like say it, you know, this is what it's going to look like. This is how we're going to get to this place. Yeah, cool. I got you.
Mm-hmm. Y'all got me? Any questions on what I went over? And I know you don't know how yet, because I can't teach you how yet, because I had to paint the big picture for you first so you understand what and the gist of how it works somewhat, right? And how the money is growing and how these little candles translate to you being financially free. Like these candles are your money. You know what I'm saying? So these things are very important. We like these candles. We like them to go up. We like them to go down. We don't give a damn. We just want to try to catch them as they on the move, right? We want to catch them at the bottom if they go into the top, and we want to try to catch them at the top like this, as we believe they're going to go down to the bottom, right? This particular move that we're looking at is like an 800 pip move we're looking at, right? So there's somebody who account is more like they can do standards and stuff, right? And they're doing 2 and 3 standards, right? And if they did that, like what we said, if somebody did 3 standards and that's $30, right? $30 times what, 800 and something, let's say 800 pips, that's 25 grand, 24 grand, y'all. You know what I'm saying? In a couple months. In addition to whatever else you already got going on, this is just your money working. This is just your money working. And if you didn't know that this skill existed, that same little $1,000 or $2,000, what would you be doing with it? Nothing. Spending it, putting it in the bank, it would be a liability for you. And that's what they bank on, that we've all had enough money to make this type of money. We've all had access to $10, $100, $1,000. We've all had access to that. But for whatever reason, we didn't know the right thing to do with it. So we didn't do the right thing with it. And they have been doing the right thing with it. And now we're saying, okay, now you know, you come up on $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, or you win the lottery, or you get a settlement, or, you know, a car accident, whatever goes on in people's life, a divorce or this or that, a refinance, you get access to some money. Please don't just run and throw your money in a 5% per year stock portfolio. You guys understand what I'm saying? You're going to run to Merrill Lynch, and now Merrill Lynch, they're going to charge you to make 5% a year. When I just showed you could make 40% a day. That doesn't make any sense to do that. Just doesn't, you know? But that's what they teach our finance students in college, right? That's what everybody wants to work. And you even have somebody like Warren Buffett. I'm going to share my screen just a second. So you even have people like Warren Buffett. If you go to YouTube and just kind of watch some of Warren Buffett videos, he's got a video on there where he's talking and he's like, listen, I don't know why they keep teaching these kids to do that in our educational institutions. It's wrong. It doesn't work. And ain't nobody making no money. He said, but if they want to keep churning out the robots like that, and the robots that's being made still want to keep going and working for these companies to do that, let them do that, right? And if the consumers want to give those robots the money for those companies to make 5 and 6%, when one of the wealthiest men on the planet is trying to tell you the way that you should be investing, then let them do that. We're going to keep making our money because we trying to tell y'all what, but y'all ain't listening. So forget it. That is what that man is saying on a YouTube video that anybody in the world can see. And he one of the wealthiest people, ain't nobody listening. Everybody listening. Except we listening, right? We listening now. Tell you that, right?
So,
huh?
Yes, ma'am. Question. When you withdraw the money, how does the money, how do you go pick it up? How does it come to you?
Well, usually the way you get it is the way you gave it, right? So like if you used a debit card transaction or a checking account, or you wired money in, then that's usually how they send it back to you, the way that you sent it to them, right? When you get your brokerage account and you get ready to fund it with real money, they're going to ask for address verification, right? Which means that they're going to ask for address verification, they're going to ask for ID verification, okay? ID verification can either be your driver's license or your passport, okay? Because all they're looking for is that your name, the exact name that you opened up your account with, matches your government identification. Then the second thing with the address is that the address has to now match the name, okay? So then what you have to do is you usually have to send in like a bill, right? Like a cell phone bill, utility bill. But if the address on the bill doesn't match the address on the license, it won't work. So if you have a scenario where, like me, like my address on my license is not the same address where I live here. I just didn't change it after 2 years. It's just still right there. Well, I use my passport because it don't have an address on there. My name is the same, but when I sent my bill in, my bill has my address here, and my passport, it don't make a difference, right? So that's kind of how you have to play that game. But you probably need a passport or ID, driver's license or state ID. Decide, what are you doing? Put on the light, Decide, so you can see. You're making noise. Are you in my room? You are in my room. What are you doing? Let me see. Come on, hold on.
I have a clue.
It's your clue for the treasure. You just say, don't lose my note.
I'm not.
Can you go put my note back, please?
Oh, I'm one snack.
Okay. I had some of my business partners.
Messiah. I'm sorry. I just love him.
Oh, he's great. I mean,
Yes.
I had some business partners. They gave me like a jewelry box, and all of them wrote like little inspirational notes to me, and they're in like this thing. And when you open it up, it plays music, and they had it engraved. So he likes to go in there and get the notes, and now he's like, it's his clue for his treasure, right? He needs his clue for his secret treasure. I'm like, but these notes are sentimental to me. Like, don't lose my note for the treasure, right? Right this moment. Okay.
Oh my God.
Really
So adorable.
Okay, baby, get a cookie. Can you get a cookie for a minute? Sweet Pea, can you come get these cookies for Josiah? Hold on. Fine.
He is
Okay,
so
let me go.
adorable.
Oh, thank you.
He's so adorable, Tracy.
Oh, thank you, guys.
He is so adorable.
Tracy, can I add something?
Yes, Judy, go ahead.
When you're talking about getting all your account and everything ready and providing all your information, what I did, because I live on a pension and so I'm building up my nest egg, so what I did was I went to the bank and I opened up a bank account with a card by itself. So it wasn't attached to anything else. It was just a card by itself. And that's for my Forex trading. So when I want to put some money in there, I've got it to put it in for my trading. And when I want to get it out, it comes back into that account. So it just keeps it separate from everything else.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. That's what I was thinking about doing. Well, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, it just keeps it separate. And if you're getting a pension or you're getting so much money, when you start to trade, you're practicing it first, so it doesn't matter. But when you start to make money, it sits in your trading account, and it doesn't matter how much you've got in there. You can have thousands in there until you actually take some out. Then you have to pay tax, and then you have to say that you've got it. But you can build up a nice little nest egg in your trading account.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you. Thank you. Domino, really? You say hi. You try to be all affectionate.
Hold on.
You're muted, Tracy.
Oops, sorry. Okay, hold on. What I'm trying to do now, what I'm trying to do now is share my screen on my phone. Hold on. So that, hold on, resume share screen. Hold on, guys. Hold on, let me stop share. Because I want to show you my phone, and for those of you that can actually, hold on, iPhone via the cable. Connect on prompted, let trust. Hold on, guys. Hold on, we're gonna get it going in a second. Because it's gonna be easier for me to show you this way than it is to try to keep flipping my phone around. Stop it one more time. Have it pick up.
Thank you. Thank you, Domino. Thank you. Enough is enough, man. Look, I'm working. I'm busy. I seen the food for upgrade you. $67 a day. $67 a day. You get it on person shop. And tell me it's gonna last them for about 6 months, if not longer. For example, $6 a month. In the blender and then put them in the oven. And then the zero seconds really smart.
Dang, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna try this one more time.
The small recoveries and everything much better. There's nothing. I mean, it's nothing. Natural drinks and but think about it, it's $67 the invoice and the rest $69. $10 a month. $10 a month. 10 days in a month. Yeah, however, $67. $67 in one walk. It's a lot. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Break down today is $34.
Okay, I thank you guys for your patience while I'm trying to get this phone stuff together here. Do you guys have any other questions about what we talked about so far, the gist of stuff? Okay. Let me do this while we're. Oops, let's stop broadcasting. So now what I want to do is I'm actually going to share with you guys. I actually want to share with you guys the platform that I started learning how to trade from, with the educational, where I learned it from. Judy's a part of it as well. Some of you guys may have heard of it before. I'm going to mute you. Or somebody. Who is it? Stacy. It's probably Stacy. Okay. The name of the company is called iMarkets Live. Maybe you've heard of it before, maybe you haven't, but what I'm going to do now while we're doing this is I'm going to actually just kind of show you some of the details about the company itself, so that if you would like to continue what I've been doing on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, is I've been taking some members of our team as well as just people in the whole iMarkets Live community, and I've been breaking down some of the basic concepts, because people will still get into the platform and still get kind of lost sometimes, right? And I've been taking some of the concepts and been working with people on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just on being able to read the charts, marking up your charts, identifying when to get in the trade, when not to get in a trade, and following certain trade principles that we have to be mindful of before we transact. All right. And, but we're all part of the same, this same community here. Hold on, let me share the screen here. And like I said, it's called iMarkets Live. All right. So I'm going to kind of share this a little bit so you know what it is and, you know, how much it costs to be a part of it if you like, and then we'll go from there. But iMarkets Live is essentially, it's a company that was created. It was designed to teach foreign exchange. All right. So we're a Forex education provider, and we have certain tools and software. And I'll talk a little bit about that in just a second, where this software kind of helps people to confirm some of their trades and things like that as well. So the company was founded July 4th, 2013. So we're like 5 years old now. We are fully functional and operating in over 120 countries. And I'm not even joking. We have people literally in Nigeria crushing it, right? Learning how to trade. And we've got some people in Nigeria that are teaching, right, other people their strategy. We have people in Mexico. We have people in South America. We have people in Australia, obviously. The UK is really big. Everywhere there's people. The reason why I say Nigeria and South Africa and Central America and things like that is because these are generally countries that are like third world countries, right? And for whatever reason, us in the United States, right? Judy, you might have a different perspective, right? But here in the United States, if you're born in the United States, we don't always see the value that we could be taking advantage of. There's a lot of stuff that's jacked up, but there's a lot of stuff that we could be taking advantage of that we don't. Whereas people from other countries come here and it's like the Pandora's box open and all their dreams come true, right? Why? Because they're looking for opportunity, whereas we don't even look for it. We're not looking for nothing, right? We just doing what we're doing. So a lot of people in those countries are taking this information and they're changing their lives. And so you think about, we talked about $836 here. Well, that's cool. That's good, an extra $1,000 a month. Nobody, we're not knocking that's a lot of money, but when you're in Mexico, when the average monthly income is $300 a month, and then you have somebody who's able to make $800, $1,000 a week, we're talking about they're like living large over there, right? And so a lot of the people in these other countries are really taking on to what's happening here because their currency isn't worth as much as our currency, right? They get these dollars, they're able to do stuff, okay? That's the benefit of like the US dollar even in that sense, right? So we're fully functional, operating in over 120 countries. We're debt-free and privately owned, and there's no third-party services. What that really means is that everything that iMarkets Live has created in terms of our education and the software programs, they were all created by software developers that work for us, or we developed it ourselves, right? We're not renting anything from somebody from that extent. This is who our corporate team is, just so you have an idea of who's running. You might not even care, but just so you know, it's important, I think, at least with these four. This gentleman, his name is Chris Terry. He's our Chief Executive Officer. And this is his wife, Isis De La Torre. She's our Chief Financial Officer. Chris has been trading for over 20 years. So even before the time we needed $3 million, he was trading already because he had $3 million. You guys understand what I'm saying? He had the money. He had a construction, but he's from the Bronx, actually. All right. New York is from the Bronx. He had a construction business. And Cicely, you would appreciate the way he talks. He's one of the, Judy, you could attest, he's one of the realest. He's a white boy, but I'm telling you right now, he started opening that mouth up. I'm telling you, like, okay, right? So he still has that, but he's learned something and he's passionate about teaching it to people, all right? So him and Isis came together, put this company together. Isis is a former Wall Street Forex executive, all right? So she used to work on Wall Street. She's one of the very few women at a high-ranking office on Forex. And so she's the one who taught Chris how to trade in the first place. Okay. When his construction business crashed and he was on his brother's couch, she taught him how to trade. All right. And so now they're like 9-figure people, right? And they live the best life ever. But her thing is she's passionate about women learning this. And his thing is average people learning this, right? Because everybody comes from very humble beginning. I mean, she's Dominican, right? So she didn't have a silver spoon, and he certainly didn't have a silver spoon either. So everything that they have, they created from scratch. And that's kind of the aura and the gist and the familyness to what's going on. Alex and Yvonne Tapia, Alex Martin, Yvonne Tapia, these are our vice presidents. And basically their jobs is they travel around a lot. They go to different countries, different markets within the United States. They make sure that the company is growing, that, you know, this little PowerPoint, you know, it's together, that the way that we present the company is professional. They make sure that the laws that are in these different countries, that our company is actually following and that we're compliant in those countries, because it's more of a financial aspect. One thing I will say is that we don't invest people's money. Like I think it's on this slide here. We don't invest people's money. So we don't need a license. We're just a school, essentially, right? We're just a school. So we're not taking your money and doing anything with it. You're not even giving us your money. Your money's going with the broker that you choose, okay? But our job is to teach you what to do. But it's important that you know that the results aren't guaranteed, because we could teach you one thing and you get in your account, you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. You could do something the opposite direction and lose your money in your account. That doesn't, you know, that's not, iMarkets Live didn't create that for you, right? So again, we don't trade your money. We don't handle your money. We don't earn any money on your trades. We don't even know if you're making any money on your trades, because your money's with your broker, right? It doesn't matter to us. Here you get to enter and exit your trades at any time. And why that's important is because I like to refer it back to like 401ks and other financial vehicles. You can't keep getting in and out of those vehicles anytime you want to. Either you're in the 401k plan or you're not in the 401k plan. You don't get to, I'm in it this month, next week I'm not in it. Oh no, I'm back in it. Oh no, I'm not in it, right? Either you're in the fund for the whole year, the year time that the 50 year, the 30 years that you're working, or you're not in the fund, right? And you don't have any control of your money. Those people are controlling your money, and they penalize you if you want it. Right? They penalize you if you want your money. Here, it's not that. When you're trading Forex, it's with your broker. It's a liquid situation, which I share with you guys, and you can get your stuff anytime. Our objective as a company is to empower, enrich, and educate. Okay? Millions of people worldwide. Our short-term goal is 1 million people by the year 2020. That's what we're really looking to do. And so we're on this mission right now to help teach this to as many people as we possibly can, to help free them. Now, when you get started with iMarkets Live, we have 6 core products, okay, 6 core things, starting with IML Academy. IML Academy is just like a video vault, and it's tutorial videos, little modules that are in multiple different languages that are going to be like your foundation. They're going to teach you. So I talked to you I taught you what you needed to know, okay? But what this is going to do is going to break it down more. Like a pimp, you can calculate it and see it more. And the young lady that teaches this IML Academy is a former preschool teacher. So I know for a fact that if she can teach preschool kids, you know, the way that she teaches, even though she's teaching adults, she can't help but teach it in the way that she would teach children that don't understand anything. Right? It's the same kind of concept. So I don't think that you would get confused. I don't know anybody that really doesn't get it, right, from here, unless they just don't go through it, right? But this is your foundation. What is Forex? Where does it come from? How does it work? What are the currencies? Some of the things we talked about, right? Then they go into ways you analyze your charts and some of the more advanced strategies. So from basic to advanced, this is IML Academy, all right? It's available to you 24/7. You go in there and watch the video anytime you want. Then we have iMarkets Live TV. This is one of my favorites. And what iMarkets Live TV is essentially a TV channel that we have now like over 70 educators on IML TV. And these are all traders. And all these traders have been vetted by our CEO and our CFO, okay? So these people, they get on, it's over 120 hours a week. So you could, there's like a schedule, and Sunday through Saturday, you could go on and see what topic is being taught, and you can log into your IML, iMarkets Live back office, and you can watch them on their screen actually trading. And then because they know that they're in a classroom environment, and so they're talking things through, and you have a chat function. So if you have questions, you can actually ask your questions to the educator. So IML Academy is like your book sense, right? It's like your book sense, you get it. Okay, great. But iMarkets Live TV is like you're seeing it in the practical market being used in real time, and they're making trades, they're placing trades. Sometimes some IML TV educators actually will do what we call give signals, which might say, hey, listen, go ahead and put in a buy for UJ, right? Put in a buy for UJ. Your price should be at this point. You're going to get out, your take profit is at this point, right? So sometimes you might even get into live trades on some of these, just depending on where the market is located at the time that you're doing it. Hold on, come back here. No, put that down. No eating in the room. Okay, so this is in multiple different languages as well. Like I said, many different sessions throughout the week, and then you have recordings. So if you miss a live session, obviously this is the real market. So if you miss a live session, what IML does is they keep the last 5 recordings for that particular trader. Reason, because you don't need a recording from this time last year. It doesn't make a difference. The market is not doing that anymore, right? So who cares? So the last 5 sessions, that's how far back it goes. The harmonic scanner is our third product. And this is a tool, and I use this, and I have some trainings I've done on the scanner as well. We'll get into that with you guys here today. But the scanner is a tool that actually, it scans the market when the market is open, and it looks for what we call reversals. Reversals, like if the market is going up, a reversal would be, okay, we expect the market to now go down. If the market's going down, a reversal is we're looking for the market to go up. The scanner has these ratios that it puts all together that we don't have to worry about. It just does it behind the scenes, and it kicks out the trade and says, get in here, get out here, right? Based on the ratios and the way that the candles are moving in the market. And so we've done some things with the scanner to pretty much foolproof it, right? Where you could use the scanner to get into trades and help you place trades along the way. And it give you all the information that you need. And this is really good if you don't have a lot of time to learn, so you're learning, but you want to place trades at the same time, then using the scanner alongside your learning, right, will help you to just kind of practice it a little bit. So I like the scanner. Then we have the web analyzer. The web analyzer is another tool that you can use to actually get in and out of trades. But what the web analyzer does is it does not give you the entry points, the price that you get in and the prices that you get out. What the web analyzer does is it really is designed around volume. In other words, you want to be trading when there's volume in the marketplace. In other words, there's a lot of trades going on, right? Because if you're trying to trade and there's no activity, that means there's no movement. Right? You're making money as price is going up or price is going down. But if price isn't moving at all because there's no volume in the marketplace, then you don't want to have your money just sitting there, right? So the web analyzer picks up on high volume times periodically throughout the day, and it kicks out of those, it says cha-ching, right? It says cha-ching, and when the cha-ching sound happens, come to your web analyzer. This might be a good time to get into a trade, right? Whatever price it is at that point is whatever it is. Doesn't tell you that. It's just you get in then and you get out when you want to get out. But it's based on volume and kind of gives you precise trading setups there. Just another tool to kind of help you along. Then we have our swing trades, which is done by our CEO. And this is a great opportunity because what he does is about once a week, and now twice a week, because we have something else called the night owl session, right, that he's added. So on Sunday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, he does the night owl session where you could get on, and our CEO is giving an analysis, or he's giving forecasts of what he sees in the marketplace. And with the swing trades, what he does is like once a week, he'll send out a video, and the video might be like 6 or 8 minutes. And what he's doing is he's giving you, like if you like the weather, right, he's giving you a forecast of different pairs that he's been looking at. And it's a really good opportunity for you to think, to see how the 9-figure earner is thinking and how he's assessing the market. It doesn't mean you have to take the trades that he's saying to take or to look out for. It's just, if you had somebody there telling you with 20-year experience, look for this, look for that, it just kind of behooves us to look for this and look for that, right? And so he does that through the videos with swing trades, and now he does it with our night owl sessions on Sunday nights at 11. And then last but not least, we have what we call our swipe trades. And swipe trades is an app that you can get from the app store. You just download it from the app store. And we have a group of traders that work for iMarkets Live. Just like the IML TV staff, we have a swipe trade staff. These are also traders. And what these traders do is they're looking at the market where they have shifts, right, where they're sitting at the market and they're around the clock, somebody's watching the market. And as they see potential trades come up, they send out the signals about these trades through this app. And if you are a subscriber to this app, then you get notifications on your phone like a text message, right? It'll say swipe trade alert. And you'll open it up and it'll tell you, hey, GBP, JPY, buy at this price. Take your profit at this price and put your stop loss. Your stop loss is what it's called when if the trade goes the opposite direction that you want it to go in, you're telling it ahead of time how much you're willing to risk, right? So it's not like you lose a trade and it just goes forever and you just blow your whole account. The idea is that you tell it, look, I got $10 in this account. If it goes backwards $3, take me out the trade, right? Something like that. And you can leverage that. You can tell it when you want to get out. So swipe trades will tell you when to get in, when to get out, where to put your stop loss. And it will kind of give you a little analysis, like a little chart, so you can see why they're coming up with that trade. And it's just a copy and paste. So when you have the swipe trades app, you open it up, you copy, there's like a little copy button, you copy the trade details, and then you'll paste it into your trading platform also on your phone. And that's it. And you hit go and, or, you know, buy or sell, and then you're done, right? So it's a simple copy paste type of situation. I like swipe trades from the standpoint that I think it's a great supplement. What I don't like, I'm just giving you guys my personal opinion here. What I don't like is for people to come in and depend on swipe trades. Right? So now you're not going to learn nothing. You're just going to let swipe trade send you signals, and you're going to take all the signals, but you don't know how to analyze. You're not learning how to analyze. And if they make a bad call and you have a losing trade, now you mad at swipe trades, right? Because you're not even looking at it at all. So I don't like that. I like when people leverage swipe trades to help them. This is the way I see it. As you're learning how to trade, when a swipe trade comes out, you should be able to look at that swipe trade over time and try to see what that trader sees, right? If they're saying get in at this price and get out at this price, you should be able to say, I agree or I don't agree, or I don't know why he's saying that. If you don't know why he's saying that, remember, it's your money. You have the right to not put your money up there if you don't understand what's going on. You don't have to do it. But if you agree with the trader, you say, oh my goodness, I was right. I see it in my own analysis. Go ahead and take the trade, right? And that just kind of helps you make trades because you might not be looking at that pair at that moment, right? So it just kind of helps with that. But that's the gist of swipe trades. It's just an app where you have master traders that call out trades. They send them out on the swipe trades platform, and you can get alerts and you can place trades directly from what they have going on. In addition to that, we have the training, we have the support. So once you get plugged in, our team is called the Dream Team. So what happens is we're going to take you through our own little seamless process to get you acclimated. But everybody's not a part of the Dream Team, right? I mean, you get people outside in the company that's not on our team. So from that standpoint, they have IML Universe, which we leverage that too, though. IMLUniverse.com. And what that does is that is a structured learning. It teaches you like how to connect your swipe trades app to your phone, how to use it, how to use the harmonic scanner, like all that stuff is there. Also 72-hour fast start, right? I'm going to show you guys how to set up your demo account tonight, but in IML Universe, the 72-hour fast start is really all about you setting up your demo account, right? But you guys are going to be ahead of the game. You already had that done, okay? That's 3 days. You can not even, it don't take 3 days, but the assumption is that people are working every day and they might only have 1 or 2 hours to look at this a night. In that sense, it might take them 3 days to do it, but it don't take that long, right? I mean, I've had people go through this in 4 hours, right? And they're done. The IML corporate app. So you can download that app, just kind of, you can keep up with IML TV on there. You keep up with, you know, your IML Academy stuff. You can watch it on your phone or your iPad. You don't have to be in front of a computer, in other words, to watch your education or get educated. And then the 7-figure mentorship call is Sunday nights. Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, one of the 7-figure earners in the company or 8-figure earners, they do really it's a personal development / mindset call, because we've got enough training. We got 120 hours worth of training a week on trading, right? There's no shortage of trading information, but your relationship with money and how you've handled money, whether, like I told you guys at the event, right? My mother, I grew up saving, scared to invest because I was scared if I took it out my savings, my piggy bank, I wasn't going to have it for the rainy day, right? Where somebody else, like my ex-husband, for example, my ex-husband used to play professional baseball. Well, his whole thing was spin. So now you got a person who saved all the time, who married a person that spent all the time, right? These are two polar opposites of each other, right? Where now we would have dissension about how we want to handle the money, right? So that's what happens, right? It's really your relationship with money. And so the 7-figure mentorship call is really about getting your mind right, right? How you see money, how to be patient, right? We're not patient at all. I'm gonna let Judy talk in just a second. I want her to share some things about this, but we're not patient. You see a trade and you learn about yourself, because I didn't think I was greedy. I'm working on my greed, right? I didn't think I was greedy at all, but I realized that I was. And what do I mean? I mean, I could set up in my plan, I could say, I'm going to get in this trade, I'm going to get 10 pips and I'm going to get out, right? I'm going to get 10 pips and I'm going to get out. That trade will start going further than 10 pips, right? You can see it, and my account is growing. I'm looking at the money, right? And it's at 15 pips. It's at 20 pips, and I'm still in the trade. Why didn't I get out at 10 pips? Because I want 20, right? I want 20. I want 15. And then what happened is I'll blink my eye, or I'll fall asleep, or I'll go pick up my son from school, and I come back and my whole trade went the whole opposite direction. And now I lost my 10 plus whatever I had gained, when I should have just got out at my 10. Do you see what I'm saying? So I've learned these lessons already. And so this 7-figure mentorship call, I'm telling you, is a very powerful call. It's a necessary call, because trading is kind of technical, but the way that you handle your money is relational, right? It's personal. So that call is extremely important in that sense. So getting started with iMarkets Live. We've got our platinum package. This is how it really works. Okay, this is how you get plugged into the education. We've got the 4 of the 6 products. We've got IML Academy, we got IML TV, the Harmonic Scanner, and the Swing Trade, which is by the CEO. All of that to get started is $195, right? One time, $195 one time. And then what happens is you are continuing your education for $145 a month. Now, something that I want to share with you guys, that I share with almost everyone, is that $145 a month is essentially like $6 or $7 a day, okay? And so what we want to do, we want to get you to the point where you can start covering your monthly cost with your trades, okay? Covering the monthly cost with your trades, not look at it as a bill, right? Like you got to take money from work and pay for this. Maybe the second month, right? Maybe that, because the first month, the $195 includes all this. You got a full 30 days, right? Then the second month, you got $145 that's due. Maybe you're trading live, maybe you're not. If you're not trading live, then what we have is what we call, let me come back to this. I'll get to that in a second. Primarily, we want to help you make your trades cover your costs, okay? But we understand that some people might not be ready to be live in their accounts at that time. They might still be trading demo. And I'll share with you how there's another option to make the $145 go away and you're able to get it for free. The additional add-ons are the swipe trades and the web analyzer. So if you want swipe trades, then that's an extra $15 a month. If you want web analyzer, that's an extra $15 a month. If you don't want them, then you don't have to have them. If you don't want them now and you want them next week, you can add them next week, right? It's their a la carte. And then if you decide the month after, I don't like that, I don't want it, you can downgrade from that. So these are options that are available to you today, tomorrow, next week, whatever, okay? It's completely up to you if you want to leverage those particular 2 tools. But we have our 2 and free program, okay? So this is the other option in the meantime. So let's say that you become a customer tonight and you know 2 people, right, that might want to learn this alongside with you. What I really recommend and what we do on our team is that we have accountability partners, so that you can trade and work with people. You're not by yourself, right? And you trade with your team. But if you know a couple of people that you might say, you know what, they might want to learn how to trade too, and you refer them just as customers, what the company does is they give you your account for free. They waive your monthly fee. Okay, so that's another option. So let's just say, well, you don't think you're going to be trading live by next month. Then, hey, refer 2 people. They become customers. They'll be a part of your group, and then the company will just automatically waive your account. Okay, as long as they're active. If you have 2 people and then one person stops paying their subscription, then now you got to go back to paying again, because now you don't have 2 people. You got 1 person. Okay, or you can go get another person. You guys get what I'm saying? As long as you got 2 people, it could be the same people forever. Or it could be 2 new people, but it doesn't have to be 2 new people every month. You don't have to keep doing all that. You can just get 2 people and just kind of be done with that. Okay. So that is the gist of how that works. All right. So that's the program. That's iMarkets Live. And that's essentially how we're learning this, and that's our continuing education program. And that's the process. All right. Any questions on that, guys? Any questions? Everybody good? Josiah, no, not yet. Almost. Go sit down. Go sit down. Almost. Okay. All right. So I can't, for whatever reason, my phone is not connecting to this thing to let me share my screen on my phone, and it normally does. So I'm going to walk you guys through it, and I'm going to kind of do like, I'm going to have to just do like this, okay, and kind of show. So how many of you guys have iPhone?
I'm a Droid user.
Oh, Lord. All y'all Droid? Well, Judy, you have a Droid, don't you? Hallelujah. See how God works? Lord have mercy. Judy, all the way in Australia, you came to save the day. Okay. Well, they're similar. They're still similar, okay? And it'll be okay. They're not that much different, but there's little intricate details, right, that you would need to see that I wouldn't see on my phone, that Judy can help out with, okay? So the very first thing that we're going to do, we're going to set up your demo account, okay? First thing we want to do is you go to the app store. I think it's Google Play for you guys, right? Or whatever it is. Go to whatever your app store is. And you want to go to do a search for Meta Trader 4. META TRADER 4. Meta Trader 4. Meta Trader 4. Let me know when you guys get it. And you want to download that app. You're muted, Rhonda.
Okay. Tracy, can you say it again? My phone had froze. I didn't hear what you said.
You want to go to your app store and you want to download an app called Meta Trader 4.
Okay.
Meta Trader 4.
Okay.
I got MetaTrader number 4, and I got MetaTrader number 4 Android.
So I have this one. Can you see my screen?
What does it say?
MetaTrader 4.
That's what you want.
That right there.
If it says MetaTrader for Android and you have an Android, you pick that one.
Okay.
Other people doing while we're talking. Oh, actually.
Everybody downloading the app?
Mine doesn't say Android, it just says 4.
Okay, then just get whatever you see, just go ahead and download it.
Okay.
Karen, you got it over there?
Okay.
Yes, it's saying opening demo account.
Right, just hold on a second. That's what we're gonna do. But you're not, just hold on, because you're not gonna open a demo account with MetaTrader 4.
Oh.
MetaTrader 4 is a platform. That's not the broker, okay? So just don't open a demo account with them. Just download the software, and once you get it, then you should be okay.
I downloaded the app, and that's the screen that popped up.
Okay, well, you don't have to worry about starting anything with that. You got it. Hold on, we'll go to the next step once I get everybody there. Everybody got it? Download it?
No. Almost there.
Okay. Dana, you got it?
Well, since I opened it, I need to uninstall it and do it
No,
again.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I just want you to know you're not going to be trading out of that demo account. Like if it's there, you created it, it's fine. But that's not what that's not the account you're going to open.
Okay. It's downloading now.
Okay. Good.
It's downloading.
Update unavailable with this Apple ID.
When I cut the data off, it's down.
Oh, there we go. Y'all can probably see my
Update unavailable with this Apple ID.
Okay, y'all can see my screen now. What now? What'd you say?
It says update unavailable with this Apple ID.
Well, then that means you got to, that's not what your Apple ID then. Because you should, I don't know. I mean, if you're trying to download the app and it's asking you for your Apple ID, then you got to do your Apple ID. Essential.
Now just move. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good to go
says,
now.
I've got like the quotes with the Euro SD.
Okay, good. Good. You see that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So this is the iPhone that you guys see, okay? I know you guys have Droid, but it's going to be similar, okay? I just wanted to have some type of visual for you, all right? So how do you go to your settings? Do you guys have a settings button, right?
Right.
Icon that makes you go to your settings. What's that icon, Judy? Is it a wheel like mine?
So hang on. When you go in, you go up the top left-hand corner, and there's three little lines. You click on those lines, and your settings will come up there.
Yep. Got it.
Okay, y'all got it. So y'all should see a screen similar to this.
So it'll have quotes, charts, trade, history, mailbox, news, messages, settings, journal, and about.
Okay, y'all see that? What you want to do is you want to go to new. You want to go up here. Let me see. Oh, I can't click. Hold on. Go to new account.
Ours doesn't say new account.
What does it say, Julie?
She just said it says quotes, charts, trade.
No, wait, hold on, Dana. Hold on. Which one do you guys select?
It says manage accounts on the top.
It might be that. Click on that.
Yeah. Yeah, you go to manage account, and then up the top there's a cross, top right-hand corner. Click on the cross, and it'll say open a demo account or log into an existing account. So you want to open.
Wait a minute, hold on. Does everybody have that so far?
Yes.
Everybody click on the plus sign.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what you want to do is now you want to open. Oh no, you want to start. Hold on.
Open a demo account.
Yes, open a demo account. Okay, open a personal demo account. Click on that.
Okay.
Now up there in the little search bar, guys, in that little search, you see where it says enter company name or whatever it says?
Yes.
Type in JAFX. And it should pop up demo 3.
Yes.
Similar, right? Click on that.
Open a personal demo account.
Oh, okay. What's the type in again?
JAFX. You can see it on the screen.
Okay.
And then right here.
Yeah, that's what came up. No, I don't know. It just said
Okay. You see JAFX demo 3. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and select. Who doesn't see it?
I'm not there yet.
Okay, where are you?
I'm at open demo account.
Okay, so open personal demo account, right? Did you click it?
It says MetaQuote software, MetaQuote's demo.
Right, up at the search bar, type in JAFX.
JAFX with the dash. Okay, I got that.
And you see JFX Demo 3.
I'm with you.
Okay, click on that.
Yes.
Okay, and what you want to do is you want to create an account, register right there. Register for an account, put in all the information right there. And when it asks you for your leverage, choose the highest one. I believe it's 1 to 500.
I'm done.
On mine, Tracy, it says 5,000 USD.
Okay, so you can choose how much money that you want. I think that most you can do is like 10,000.
I guess so. It just put me on 5,000.
Yeah, well, you can select 5,000 if you want.
Okay.
Or you can put 10,000. I mean, or you can put less than that. What I really recommend is that you put in your demo account what you ideally believe when you're ready for a live account, what you would really put in. That way, as you're trading in your demo, you would really be trading the way you would be trading if you were live.
Okay.
Right?
I have another question. Can I do this on my PC?
No, not MetaTrader 4 like this.
Okay.
Yeah. On your PC, you can download once you create your brokerage account. Then what you could do is you could go to jafx.com, like go to their website, and then log in with your credentials that you created here, and then you they have an option to download MT4 for your computer. So then you could download MT4 on your computer from your broker account.
Okay.
And then you could trade on that.
Okay.
I'm on a page that says quotes.
Okay, great. So you see the pairs?
Yes.
Okay, so did everybody create an account?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. So now what happened is you're probably on this page that looks like this, right? Something like this.
Yes.
Okay. And you probably, how many pairs do you have in there? Is it 6 of them?
Yes.
Yes.
And do they all have USD in them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the broker starts you off with the 6 major pairs. Remember I told you that?
Mm-hmm.
The 6 major pairs. And those are fine. Okay. Those are fine.
Okay.
So now you're done. You created a demo account and you're ready to trade with your money. Now, down at the bottom, I don't know what the options are, but quotes, you can see that. You can go over on my button. Oh, Lord, I forgot I was even in this trade in my demo account. I forgot all about it. Look. I forget. That's the problem with demo. It's demo, so you don't be paying attention too much sometimes, right? But that's gold. That's XAU is gold at US dollar. And I got a dollar to the 0.1. That's a dollar trade. Okay. So at any rate, you can see the trade there. And one of those options that you have, Judy, which one is it? It might even say trade. You guys can probably just see it yourself.
Yeah, yours tells what it is. Ours just shows the icons.
So on the bottom, it's got quotes the same as yours. Chart doesn't say chart, but it's got the little pictures the same as the candles. The next one's trade, and the little box, that's your history.
Okay.
And then it's got another one that's for news, which you don't have. And what's the last one? Oh, that's just for messages.
Okay, so you guys see the trade, hit the trade button or the trade icon. And that should
That's the
take,
one with the 2 hours. I mean, two arrows, Judy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
and that should take you to where you can see your balance in your demo account. You see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you can see how much money you have, and that's where you would go once you have a trade. Like how I have a trade going right now. That's where your trades will show up. Right? Okay. Now let's pretend like we're going to place a trade. Okay, so if you go back, everybody should have go back to your quotes. Everybody has USD JPY, right?
No.
Oh,
Y'all don't have USD JPY?
No.
No.
Okay, so you need to add USD JPY. On mine, it's this plus button up here at the top right.
Uh-huh.
You have a plus button?
Yes.
Click on that. Okay, and then what are your options in there?
FX majors, exotics, and
Just like yours.
Okay, okay. Go to FX majors. Do you see USD JPY?
there it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so hit the green plus. Okay, then hit done or whatever, and then scroll down to the bottom of your list. You should see it.
It's there.
Okay, perfect. So that's how you add a pair. So if you want to trade a pair and you don't see it, go to that plus sign and you can search for it and you can add the pair. Okay, but go ahead, and if you actually click on USD JPY, you should then see this little options pop up.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to trade. Hit trade.
It says,
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
it says new order.
Yeah.
Right. So
On
go to new order for you guys then.
Okay. Yep.
So yep. So mine says trade. Go to new order, and it should take you to a screen that looks similar to this.
Yes.
Okay. This is where you place your trades. This is how you get in and out of a trade. Okay. So tap on where it says market execution, and it should open up several different options. Y'all see that?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Let me explain what these mean to you really quickly. And you're gonna learn them in IML Academy, but I want to give you the gist of it. Okay. Market execution is right now. Get me in the trade right now. I'm looking at the market. Get me in. Coach, put me in the game. That's right now. Okay. Market execution. A buy limit means that you want to buy, but right now price is above where you want to buy. Right? So in other words, price is coming down. Price is coming down to your point. Okay? And as price comes down, when it hits your point, you want to buy because you believe it's going to go back up. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So price is currently above where you are, and you want it to get its way down to you, and then you want to buy and want it to go up. Okay? A sell limit is the same thing, except it's the reverse. You want to sell, but right now price is below you and it's going up, right? So price is below where you want to get in at. It's climbing. It hits your point like a ceiling. It hits your point, and then it triggers, and then you believe price is going to turn around and go back down, and now you're going to be in a sell. So that's a buy limit and a sell limit. In other words, price right now is going in the opposite direction that you want to go in. So you want to buy, but right now price is being sold, okay? Or you want to sell, and right now price is in a buy, or price is going up, okay? Then you have a buy stop. A buy stop is, hey, price is going up, and I also want when it gets to this point, I still want it to go up. So price is going to continue to go in the same direction. Okay, so price it's moving up. When it gets to a certain point up, you want to get in the trade, and then you believe it's going to continue to go up. Okay. Same thing with the sell stop, but the reverse. A sell stop is price is already selling. You want it to get down to your price. You want it to pick you up, and you want it to keep selling. Does that make sense?
Can you
Say that again.
I'm kind of lost.
Say
Can you
which
give
one
us
again?
an example of what the amount? I'm looking at the stop loss. That's what's on my screen.
Well, don't look
The
at your
stop
screen.
loss.
Don't look at your screen, because your screen, I'm just trying to explain to you what those terms mean. So
Okay.
what's on the screen is not reflective of what they mean. It's
Okay.
just an option for you right now. What I will do is I'll try to show it to you on a chart, because that's the only way you can see it on a chart. You can't look at that and tell it. Okay.
Okay, because I was looking at it's a plus where we could set an amount for a stop loss.
Right, but hold on one second. You're moving ahead.
Oh,
We're not ready to set anything yet, because I need you to understand what you're choosing first. You have to choose a type of order. Okay.
All right.
So once you choose your order, in other words, do you want a market execution order? Yes, right now. Or do you want one of these 4 type of pending orders? If you want one of the 4 type of pending orders, you're going to have to put your prices in, right? Market execution is just whatever the price is right now. Okay. So you have to put anything in. But one of these orders, you have to type in the numbers. Okay. So let me show you what I mean.
What was sell stop again?
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna show you.
I made a mistake and pressed buy by accident. I was checking the thing out, and now I can't get this off.
Hold on, it's not a big deal. Hold on, just a second. Let me finish.
Okay, cool.
Let me make sure everybody understands. Okay, so a buy limit. Okay, y'all writing this down in your notes.
Mm-hmm.
A buy limit. A buy limit means that, for example, you see this price up here is coming down. Hold on, somebody's got a lot of background. I'm gonna mute y'all out because there's a lot going on. Okay, y'all see this price is coming down.
It's Cecily. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
You guys see this? Price is coming down. So price is coming down, and I believe that it's going to go back up. So I want price to come down to my point, and I want to then get into a buy down here and take me back up. That's called a buy limit. In other words, price is going to come down to me and pick me up and go back. Okay? It's going to come down to me and go back up. That's a buy limit. Everybody understand that? Yes, no, thumbs up, something.
Yes.
Okay. A sell limit. A sell limit is the opposite. So see right here, price is coming up. Price is coming up, but I believe it's going to reverse. So I want it to come up to my price, get me in the sale, and take me down in the sale. Okay. So price is going to come up to me, grab me, and take me back down. That's a sell limit. Okay. Price is going to come up to me, grab me, and take me down in the sale. Buy limit is price is coming down, it's going to grab me and take me back up. Okay. Those are limits. Limits are like reverse, right? So it's going up now, but it's going to turn around and go back. That's like a limit. Okay. Now let's talk about the stops. A buy stop is price is going up. It comes up to my point, and I want it to pick me up and keep going up. Okay. So like here, so let's say price was coming up, and then I wanted to get in right here, right? So price came up, got me in right here, and then picked me up and took me back up like that. Y'all got it? A stop is you're going in the same direction. Price is going up. I want to get in the buy. It's going to pick me up, and then we're going to keep going in my buy. A sell stop is the same thing going in a sell. So I want to get in this sale. And I said, when price gets to right here, pick me up and take me down. So price is coming down, down, down. It picks me up and it keeps going down. That's a sell stop. So sell stops and buy stops are picking you up and it's going to go in the same direction. If it's a buy, it's going to pick you up and keep going up in a buy. If it's a sell stop, it's going to be selling. It's going to pick you up and keep going in a sell. Okay. A limit is that it's going up in a buy, but I want you to grab me and take me down in a sell. That's a sell limit. Okay. It's going up and I want you to pick me up, take me down in a sell. And buy limit is the reverse. It's coming down and I wanted to pick me up in my buy and take me back up. Okay. So that's what, hold on, come back to this on this. That's what these options are on the screen. Hold on. Oops, shoot, hold on. Goodness gracious. I don't need that thing. There we go.
Mom, is my dad coming?
No, go sit down.
Oh, he said he's coming here in a little bit.
Josiah, he was just kidding.
Did you call him and he said he was just kidding?
Josiah, goodbye. Go sit down. Go talk to Alexis. Okay, so you guys understand these options, right? So if we're looking at USD JPY, okay, and I'm not going to show this. I'm going to stop sharing my screen on here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my chart, or actually, let me do that. Let me change that. I'm going to stay on my screen right here on my phone, because then what you can do is that if you come out of that screen, you see that arrow that's to the left on your screen? And then you come out of that. Did everybody click that arrow that takes you outside of that screen that you were just on?
Yes.
Okay, and at the bottom, you can go to where it looks like those little candles. You can click on chart.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you should see in the top left, it should kind of look like mine where it says USD JPY.
Mm-hmm.
The candles, right? And then you might have a H4. What do you see right there? What's after the USD JPY?
Yeah. Give me a second.
Euro USD M5.
Yeah, mine.
We're not on Euro USD. We're on USD JPY.
But that's what ours went to when we went out of it.
Okay, so that means you have to go back to your quotes. You need to click on USD JPY again and click on chart. Open chart. There you go.
Yeah, we had to do it differently.
Okay. So now you see USD JPY?
Yes.
Okay, and then what does it say after it?
M5.
Okay,
M5.
so M5. What does M5 mean?
Metro.
Nope.
M5.
Who's taking notes? I was giving it to you at the beginning of the whole.
Look, I'm going back. Oh, microlot.
Nope.
No. I failed that test. What is it?
That's the 5-minute chart.
Ah.
5-minute time frame.
That's a 5-minute time frame. Okay. So if you don't want that, right above it, you can see on mine, right above it, it says the same thing. You can tap on that and it'll open up the other options. Right? And I want
on the Android, Tracy, on the top, it's a little round circle
Yeah.
with a clock, and it's at 3 o'clock. That's the one you click on to find which time you want to be on.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
So for the sake of it, choose the H4 for a 4-hour time frame so that we're all looking at the same thing. Okay. Does everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it looks like kind of what it looks like on my chart?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is, just for the sake of this exercise, we're going to set, because this is going to probably continue a downtrend at some point. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a sale limit. Okay. We're going to set a sale limit. And let me see something. Hold on. We're going to set the sale limit. Hold on. It already kind of went there, but we're going to set one anyway. We're going to see if it'll pick up our trade. See, I want the sale limit to come where I put that purple line on my chart. Okay. So you see that price? It says 111,380. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
On my chart, it says 111,380. See that?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back over to trade. Go back over to trade. We might have already missed it, but we're just gonna put it here for the sake. Hold on, let me see something first. Hold on. Let's do this. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. 111,323. I'm gonna put it 111,323. It may pick it up, it may not. Okay. Or what we could do. We need to hurry up. Okay. Go over to trade. Now you see up at the top of my screen over to the right, it says trade right from the chart. You're on the chart and it says trade. What does it say on Android, Judy? You're muted, Judy.
It's got a little square with a cross in it on the right-hand side.
You guys see that? Okay. So now you should be back at that screen, this screen right here, right?
Yeah, that takes you back there.
Okay. So what we're going to do, just for the sake of this, is we're going to do a market execution. Okay. Hold on. Don't hit anything yet. Okay. You see how right underneath it, it says 0.01. You guys ever see that lot size there? Okay. I want you to make sure it says 0.01. 0.01 is 10 cents. Okay.
Hit that.
Huh?
Hit it.
Hold on. Nope. Sorry. Hold on. Don't do that yet. We're going to do this by limit. I mean, it's sale limit. Sorry. No market execution. 111,323. Okay. So tap on market execution and go to sale limit. Choose sale limit. Everybody got that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now you should see where it says price, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put in 111.323. That's the price that we wanted to. Right now it's at 111,310.
Okay.
Right? And we're saying when it gets to 323, put us in. So go ahead and hit place. Or yours might be what? Sale by market?
No, it says place at the bottom.
Place? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What do we do after price? We put the price in?
After you put the price in, you push place.
I must have put it in wrong.
I don't know what's going on. So after that, then what?
Did you push place?
It didn't highlight, but I got price 111.002.
What price did I say put in, Rhonda?
111,
232.
3 something.
Right. Did you put that in?
I couldn't get it in. It wouldn't let me put it in.
Oh, because on the when you put a price in, let me go back. When you go back to your when you're placing a trade and you want to put the number in, where the number has to go, you put your finger on it and just hold down on the screen and then let it go, and it will come up with your little chart on the bottom where you can add your numbers. You just hold down on the number where you want to change it.
So I can go back to price. I can erase this price.
Yes, you can go back to price. No, because you've already placed it.
No, I'm probably having the same. Wait a minute. Let me go back.
No, you can't change the price once you've placed it. You have to just.
So you already placed the trade?
It's not, the place is not. I'm having the same problem she is. I think it's not highlighting for me.
Okay, so that means for whatever reason it might have already been past your price for a sale limit. So go and click on market execution. Go up to the top and click on market execution. Can you do that?
Yep.
Okay, and do sale by market.
Oh, it says order is open. Okay.
Did you do that? Just do that, Rhonda.
I'm all messed up. Market execution and go to where?
Sale. It's sale by market or sale, whatever it says.
No, down on the Android, down the bottom, you'll have a sell and a buy. The sell's red and the buy's blue. Just click which one you want.
I did something wrong too. Okay.
I'm in market execution and hit sale down the bottom.
Yeah.
Sell by market.
Yeah, that's it.
Order is open.
There you go. That's it. Now, do you see your trade? Is it blue or red?
Mine is red because I didn't get to do what you said to do. So it's red.
It's got USD, JPY, then sell 1.00 in red, and then
1.00 in red.
Yeah.
Didn't I say 0.01?
Yeah, I don't know. Look, y'all had to take me back to different screens to get to this screen. So then I got minus 8.99 all the way. Well, that keeps changing all the way over to the right.
Right. That's how much money you're going down at this point. Because you're doing $10. You're doing $10 a pip.
Oh, sugar.
Okay. That's why I said, I mean, it's still in your demo. It's okay. Not a big deal. But 0.01 is what you want to select as your lot size. So we're only doing 10 cents. So that's okay. Just go back in and start again. Just do another one. If you want to, you can close that trade out. So if you go there and you press and hold, if you go on the screen like how mine is, if you go to that screen where you can see your price going up and down, your money, press and hold your trade, and then you can see it should say delete. Or wait, it won't say delete because your trade is going. It would say close. Do you see close?
Close order.
Okay, did you close it?
Yes.
Okay, so fine. Now, go back to your quotes. Go back to USD JPY and tap on USD JPY and hit trade. All right, is everybody there?
I'm lost. I'm sorry because I actually had to start working.
Hey, you're lost where? All we did so far was go to your quotes, select USD JPY, tap on it, and open up where, if you're looking at my screen, guys, if you're looking at my screen, I'm doing it with you. Okay, is everybody on this screen with the pairs?
Our screen on the Android, Tracy, it says USD JPY, and it'll say new order, open chart, symbol properties, or simple view mode. So they just want to click on open chart.
No, we don't want open chart. We want open order.
You have to go to open chart first, and then you go up the top with a little cross in the square, and then it gives you the page to do your order.
Okay, so you can't do it like that. Okay, fine. So if I did what you guys are doing, then we're here, right? And then up at the top left, You have a plus, mine says trade, right? So I'm going to tap where it says trade up there. You're going to do your plus sign. It should bring you to this type of screen.
Yeah, then we get to the same screen like that, yeah.
Okay, you want to select sell limit. Or at this point, just do, you know, or you could just do, we could just do sell limits, which is what we had before. Sell limit. But actually, I'm looking at price. It's doing some kind of funny. So don't go to sell limit. Just do market X. No, let's just do. Let's do sales stop. That's what we're gonna do. Because I got to make sure. I want the trade to pick up. Is what I'm trying to say. So let's go do sales stop because price is above where we want it to go. So choose sales stop.
All of us.
Everybody choose sales stop. Everybody got sales stop? Yes, Rhonda, you have sales stop?
I hate that I'm gonna have to stop now because I have to start work.
Okay. Well, this is a replay. We'll send the replay out, and then you'll be able to take a look at it. Rhonda, you have sales stop?
I also have to go. Forgive me for eating, but I have to take medicine, and I have to take it, and it's probably not going to be good. So, but I'll do the rebroadcast, I guess, for the rest.
Yeah, because this is the end. If I could just get you guys to place this trade, which y'all did good. We got the last part. Okay, y'all give me 5 minutes. We done.
I need to delete what I did before because I was with Rhonda. Whatever I did it wrong. So how do I
delete it? Listen to me. Just pick up where we are right now.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying just go back to the chart. Go back to the USD JPY chart. And then you need to click on that plus sign that's in the, I believe you guys, it's in the top right corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mine says trade. Click on that. Do you see where it now gives you the opportunity to, oh, my screen. Here it is. Do you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see that on your screen?
I'll stop.
Do you see this screen on your screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Okay. Then where it says sales stop or whatever it says, it might say market execution at yours. Tap on it so that you have a list of options that open. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Click on sales stop. Tap on sales stop. Okay. Got it? Then you should see where it says 0.01. Do you see that?
Yes.
Keep it at 0.01, okay? Keep it at 0.01. Karen, do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Now see where it says price.
Mm-hmm.
Go in there, and I want you to put in your price at, let's see, what's this say? Put this at 111. I'm gonna say 111.166. So 111.166.
And this is where I type in.
Okay, Jude. Okay, so I believe you have to press and hold it down.
How do you get? I'm sorry, mine is not.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
So where is she at?
Yeah,
mine's not at 0.01. How do I get back?
So you've got 0.01 saying there?
Mine is, how do I get to 0.01?
But what are you looking at underneath the sell stop and it's in black?
I'm on sell stop and mine is at 0.50.
Oh, okay. So where it says 0.50, put your finger on and hold it down.
Oh, okay.
And see how it'll come up blue and you can just say cut. Or you can just put in 0.01. Your little numbers will come up on the bottom. Do you see that?
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, so put 0.01.
Okay.
And then that changes it.
Okay.
You got that?
Got it.
And you do the same for when you want to change the prices. When Tracy says to you, put in the price, you hold your finger on the price and it'll come up blue and you'll get your numbers down the bottom and then you type in the price you want.
Okay.
So the price you're going to type in is 111.166.
Okay.
Mine don't work like that.
Now place it.
Hold on 1 second. Don't place anything just yet, because I want to make sure we're all the same. Rhonda, what are you seeing?
Up top, it's got minus 0.1, then it has minus 0.01, and then 1.00.
That's the one right there where it says 1.00. Press it, hold it down, and you should be able to change it.
And change it to 0.1.
0.01. 0.01. Right.
0.01. Okay.
Got it?
Done.
Okay, everybody got that?
And for the price, put in.
Yes.
Put 111.166.
111.166. Okay.
Okay, good. Now we're gonna do see where it says take profit.
I placed that after I put that in, right?
No.
Okay.
Does everybody see where it says take profit?
Did you already place it?
No, I didn't place it.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
Where does it say take profit?
Where does it say take profit on yours, Judy?
On the take profit, underneath where you put the price in, you've got one on the left, it's got a red line underneath it with all zeros, and then on the right it's got a green line in with all zeros. So
it's
the green line, the green is your take profit, and the red one is your stop loss.
So you guys, for your green, where your green line is.
So you just hold it down and it will come up with the blue, and your numbers come up, and then what's the take profit, Trace?
We're just going to do 10 pips. So in this case, with this pair, it's going to be 111.266.
I pressed the green line and something that trade came up.
Huh?
I pressed the green line and the trade screen came up.
No, you don't press the green line, you press the numbers above it.
Press the number inside the line.
Yeah.
I'm out the game.
When you press the numbers above that green line, if the numbers aren't the ones you want, see where all your little number screen comes up? There's a cross there. When you press those numbers and they go blue, just go down and hit the cross and it takes them out altogether. And then you can put in the ones you want. You got that?
I'm out. I'm out the game.
What you mean you out?
We're doing sell stop, right? I gotta go back to sell stop and put the price back in, and I pressed the green line. It took me to the trade screen.
Don't press the line, just press the numbers inside the line.
Okay, so in the meantime, while we're gonna get Rhonda going back, does everybody have the 111.266 in that take profit zone?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay. From there, go ahead and hold on.
Numbers in on an Android, on your little number screen, it'll say done. So you click done, and then it takes the screen away, takes the numbers away.
But so now my
I'm sorry, the take profit should not be it should be 111.066. Sorry.
Okay, so you go back and hold over the number. It'll come up blue. Your numbers will come up on the bottom. You hit the cross.
Okay.
Takes them away. And then you put in, what is it, 111 point, what was it, Trace?
066.
066. And then you hit done.
Yes. I'm going to hit place. You're going to hit done.
We hit done, which puts it in, and then down the bottom it says place. So then you hit place.
Okay.
It says the order is open and it's done.
So now everybody should have a trade that's placed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go to your trade screen, you should see in there USD JPY. It says sell stop. Then it'll show you your lot size of 0.01. It'll show you the price that you're going to get in, which is 111.166, right?
Yes.
Right.
Your screen's a bit big, Tracy. We can't see it all.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Where is my dang screen? I don't even know why my
we can only see the top half of it.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop sharing and then share again because it was doing something crazy. Okay, let's try this. Where is the dang screen at? Sharing is paused. Bring your shared window to the front. I don't even know where it's at. Where is the dang screen at? I can't see it. Resume share. Can you guys see the screen somewhere? I don't see my dang screen. Like my phone screen, I don't see where it's at. It must be hiding somewhere.
No, I can't see it.
Can't see it either. Hold on. Hold on, guys. This is crazy. Okay. Well, I'm just going to stop sharing because it doesn't really matter. Everybody got their trade placed, right? Okay. So now you place the trade, right? Now that's the first time you've ever placed a trade. So of course you're going to feel a little frustrated, right? Like, where is everything? How does it work? This is what I'm saying about learning something new, right? You can't let learning something new stop you from building your financial future. Right? It's only going to be new this first few times. After a week, it ain't going to be new no more. You guys understand what I'm saying? You're going to be zipping around this the same way you zip around in your car, driving, putting on lipstick, stick shift, looking in the mirror, putting the phone, radio, right? When you first started driving, you grabbing the wheel at 2 and 2, stiff like a board, right? So you got to push through this. This is what is new. This is where the money is. And people give up, and that's where they win, right? They win because you don't push through. So I'm proud that you guys pushed through, okay? Because I know it's challenging. It was a first time for me too. It was a first time. It was a first time for talking. It was a first time for Judy. Okay, goodbye, Josiah. So my point that I want to make is that this is why you're in your demo account, right? So that you can practice this. There's nothing to lose in the demo account. Just go in there, play around with it. Place trades. It doesn't matter if they're right, they're wrong, analyzing or this or that right now. Get comfortable with going in there, setting the numbers and tapping on the areas and pulling up the different screens. Once you start doing that, then that won't be so hard anymore. I can promise you that. Right, Judy?
Okay. Yeah. It's just like learning the car. You have to learn where the gears are and what you push and everything. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it, guys. Like you have done more than the average person is doing. What you learned tonight can pay you for a lifetime. I charge people to teach them what I just taught you tonight, like a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the skill right here that pays. Can it be a little tedious? Yes. Can it be a little overwhelming? Yes. This is why you need education, right? This is the point of iMarkets Live. So I can teach you this and give you the gist, but you got to learn at your own pace, right? So being able to go in there and watch those videos and doing that stuff will help. You can rewind it. You can watch it over. You know, there's no rush to do anything. Nobody's kicking you off the platform. You can take your time and practice it. And then even in IML Universe, there's videos on how to place trades on Android, right? You can go back and watch video tutorials on how to place the trades on Androids or how to place the trades on iPhone. Everything that you need to support what we did, you have access to inside iMarkets Live. Everybody understand? Okay?
Yes.
So what I'm going to do now, really fast, I'm going to let everybody go. Can everybody see the chat function?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to type in this link, which is, hold on. Okay, I'm going to type in that link. It says enroll.tradewithtracy.com. Okay, enroll.tradewithtracy.com. You can write it down if you need to, but it's in the chat. You can click on it and open it up in another tab and save it if you want to. It's fine either way. But when you're ready to enroll in the program, that's where you're going to go to do it. Okay, and that's how you're going to get started with everything. I'm going to ask that when you do get started on doing it, let me know that you're starting, right? Because or just send me a text or something so I'll know to look for you and I can guide you and make sure you get into our team training platform and we can walk you through step by step. The cool thing is the majority of it is stuff you've already done, right? So once you get in, you've done the hard part, right? Really now all you got to do is study. And study. Okay. So that's what I tell you. It's 11:20. And I told you like, oh man, we blew past. That's 11:30. We went by 3 hours.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you so much.
3 hours of this stuff. Right. And this is just like your toe is tapping in a drop. It's like not even the whole pond. Okay. But you have the gist. And now you have the motions of what placing a trade is, right? You just placed one. Now what you'll do is you'll just kind of watch your trade, right? You'll watch your trade. Like that trade that I said placed earlier. Remember I said at first 111.323. I got in that trade and you see that it's blue, right? So now I'm up 20 cents, right? I'm up 20 cents in that trade, right? So what happened is when price goes down, when price continues to come down, and it hits our 166 price, it'll pick you up, right? And it might not be blue right away. Sometimes it flickers around depending on what it's doing, but eventually what we're expecting is going to keep going down. Then your numbers will be blue, okay? And it's only going to go 10 pips, right? Because we told the trade to take us out after 10 pips. So once it goes down 10 pips, you're going to basically be blue. You're going to make $1, right? You got 10 cents times 10 pips, and you're going to make $1. And it's going to automatically close your trade out when it gets to 10 pips, right? And y'all would have made your first $1 in demo in Forex. Yay! Right? So, I'm super proud of you. Super proud of you, ladies. You guys hung in there the entire night. I know some of you got to go to work, so you got to eat, you got to do everything. I got to get my son. Like, we all have been like, we're done, right? We're tapped out for the night. But I'm going to get this recorded and I'm going to send it to the group text, right? A link to the group text, and you guys can review it. You can fast forward and get to where you're going to get to and look at it again. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to at least pick up on it, all right? Pick up on it and take the initial step. And then, of course, once you get plugged into the system, I'm not going anywhere, right? I'm here. I'm your coach. We'll help. You can see Judy just jumped on because she wanted to. I didn't ask Judy to get on, She just got on because she wanted to. And that's the way our team usually is. She was on here with us for 3 hours and she already know this stuff. Right?
Thank you, Judy.
So we're
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
We're a very helpful team. We want to see you win and succeed, but you got to study, you got to practice though, right? Like there's only so much I can do. Like I can't push the buttons for you on your phone, right? You got to push them, but you know kind of what we're doing, all right? So
thank you.
You are so welcome, and I'll try to keep you guys abreast of different things. What I'll also do really fast is I'll add you guys to this Facebook group to keep you locked in, okay? To me as it relates to this. All right, hold on one second. Oops.
All right, I'm gonna need y'all to check on me tonight.
I'm gonna call you, Mama.
I'm gonna be working until 7 a.m.
All righty.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna log into this Facebook thing and I'm gonna give you guys this link, and I want you guys to request membership to this group. It's just a Forex group with me and my team, okay? And it's called the Wealth Code Revealed. Hold on. Once it pulls up. Okay. And then I'm going to put this link in the group too. But it's facebook.com. Hold on. Where's the, get back to y'all on my screen. It's facebook.com/groups/winning with Forex and crypto. That's the name of the group. Okay. If you guys see the link in the chat, then you can just click on that link and it'll open it up on your Facebook. All right. And you log in, you get to that. And then I want you to request membership to that group. I'll add you to that group. And then as we post different things, you'll be kind of in the loop. Okay. It's just a general group that we kind of keep with our people that are looking at partnering with us. All right. And things that we can invite you to company-wise to share, we'll put them in there. Like the night owl sessions are available to anybody, right? Our CEO does that on Sunday nights. So you might see a night owl session link in there. Get on there if you can. If you can't, you can't, but at least you get to hear how our CEO teaches, things of that sort. And you guys got it from there. And then I sent you the link. And then when you're ready to go, let me know and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Y'all good?
Yes, ma'am. I just joined the group.
Okay, cool. Then I'll go in there and I will approve you. Let me see, member. Let me refresh. And I'll get everybody rocking and rolling. And y'all have a great rest of your night.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. And we'll be talking later, ladies. Don't be strangers. Don't be scared now.
Absolutely not. All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Good night.